Yo, what up? We back. Smash the like button. Yo. Jasmine. Y'all know y'all can have conversations with yourself before I start. Everybody wait till they see my face and then leave a comment. Y'all can get the party started. I just be setting up shop. KSI, the new star at Dazn. Absolutely. I told y'all. Listen, how is it? We're going to jump right into it. How come when I predict these things before it happens, and then through proof, you see that these things come true and happen, but then they still say, I don't know what I'm talking about. Like, I don't even understand at this point. When am I going to get some credit? When am I going to get credit? I tell you what's going to happen. I'm in the front line. People say, no, you don't know what you're talking about. You made that up. And then it happens. And then some people act surprised. Like, I don't know. I just don't get it. Who knows? You know, sounds kind of crazy to me. Shout out to Isaiah. What's up? I just had Wendy's. I had a spicy chicken, a little bit of ranch on it. Listen, my last stream I cut it off short because I told you I had to watch the Niners game. I am so upset. I am so hurt. My 49ers versus Seahawks, it was a very good game. Tense, a lot of suspension, and then we got beat in the end by the Seahawks. Man, we could have won that game. There's some things we did wrong. Some major things we did wrong. You already had a rookie kicker who put you into OT, you know, a pivotal game-winning field goal. He nailed it with a 47-yarder, and then you got in a position in OT where you expected him to, under all this even more pressure, to win the game with another 47-yarder. You know, that's a lot of pressure for somebody who don't have the experience, you know. That's why people don't want to see in boxing, don't want to see fake-ass mismatches, because at the end of the day, you know this person ain't experienced enough. Like Golovkin versus Camille says meta. You know, it's boxing, anything can happen, but you know Golovkin's level of experience and who he's been fighting versus Camille shares meta. You know, like, come on, bro. You know the likely outcome. Especially if they're building Canelo, which we're going to talk about in the background. They want Canelo to fight Triple G. You know the outcome. Especially when we watch Sergey Deryevchenko get robbed versus Triple G. I just thought of a good point. Listen, can y'all hear me? Y'all got to start talking. If not, I'm out. Y'all got to start typing or something. I don't know if my screen's frozen. I'll do a stream. I'll do an earlier stream tomorrow or something. Can you guys hear me? If you can hear me, I don't know what type of lag there is. Put your fours up. Otherwise, I got some stuff I could be working on. Oh, yeah. Y'all got to let me know something. Y'all got to let me know. Like I'm just talking to myself, bro. I can do that by myself. And move around and not be, yeah, Desmond Park. Okay, now, y'all motherfuckers, what y'all playing, hide and seek and shit? Like, what the, y'all hiding and shit? Yeah, what the hell? Motherfucker just pure, come from the bushes and, we can hear you. Like, why didn't you say something before? What the fuck? That was weird. Man, that game pissed me off. But anyway, you're relying on a rookie second string kicker to give you pivotal points, game-changing points, a long-ass field goal twice. You could have went for 4th and 1, 4th and short. You know what I mean? AMG, they was playing hide and seek with your boy. F the kicker. Nah, it ain't his fault, bro. He said he shanked it. Then Ray Finkel looking at us, bro. Laces out. Ray Finkel, yeah, bro. He hit that Ray Finky. Anyway, because my team lost, I'm going to pick up where I left off and talk this boxing because I know that's what y'all want to hear. And y'all going to get this work. Y'all about to get this work where I left off. You know, I'm not emotional. It's all facts. It's the same normal get up. Y'all going to get this work. So let's jump right in. Smash the like button. They not going to like this. They not going to like this. Let's get it. So Eddie Hearn, who works with Dazn, just did an interview with Sirius XM Radio. And he claims that the fight with KSI Logan Paul is the highest viewed Dazn boxing programming that they've ever aired. So out of all the 100 fights, 100 nights, or whatever they say, that's the highest one, like the highest viewed, most watched, whatever you want to call it. Michael Benson of Talk Sports. Eddie Hearn has declared that KSI versus Logan Paul was the most viewed live fight that Dazn has put on so far. He also said it did more buys than any other UK pay-per-view this year, including Joshua versus Andy Ruiz, even though Logan Paul KSI was cheaper, half the price. Quoted by Sirius XM Radio. So, wow. It is looking so grim for old media. It really and truly is. And let's start with the excuses, because I know how old media thinks, bro. Let's hear it. Oh, Eddie Hearn just lies, which is funny. When Eddie Hearn is talking about stuff he has nothing to do with, and I talk about like, hey, that don't sound right. Why is he saying that? Right? Old media doesn't say anything with me, but now he says something about the beloved Canelo and his numbers, or something that affects the beloved Canelo and his numbers. Now all of a sudden people are going to claim Eddie Hearn is out of the loop. He don't know what he's saying. He's just constantly lying. So he works for Dazn, with Dazn, partnered with Dazn, and he's saying this. I have not yet to hear Eric Gomez, Roberto Diaz, Oscar De La Hoya, John Skipper, or anybody else come out and refute what he said earlier. And I've already made a video about this. So the news has been out for hours. Nobody has refuted it. But let me guess, now all of a sudden, because he's saying something that doesn't benefit Canelo and, you know, definitely doesn't help his star power or whatever, now all of a sudden, let me guess, Eddie Hearn don't know what he's talking about, and he lied. You know? But then when Eddie Hearn is saying Deontay Wilder's not going to fight Tyson Fury's going to pull out, the fight will never happen last year, and I'm making videos about it, and I'm like, hey, where is he getting this from? They just did a face-off on the Frank Warren card in the Tyson Fury-Francisco Pianeta fight, right? The same old media people don't say anything. They dislike the video or get mad at me, and then he was absolutely wrong. Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder did what they said and fought last year, and then Tyson Fury ran from the rematch. But they at least got one in, which Eddie Hearn said wasn't going to happen. Eddie Hearn also just recently did an interview and with ES News projected Wilder versus Ortiz will only do a measly 100 to 150,000 on pay-per-view. So now all of a sudden Eddie Hearn is Miss Cleo. The cards never lie. Call now for your free read on, you know. He's Miss Cleo. So he's doing the projection and the estimation and basically halving what Errol Spence did in his last two pay-per-views. You know, he thinks Deontay Wilder is going to do less than Pacquiao Broner, less than Errol Spence Mikey, less than Errol Spence Sean Porter, less than Pacquiao versus Thurman. This is what he's telling you. I mean, has Eddie Hearn got anything in the last 2 years correct? Like dead on? As in regards to someone that's not a matchroom fighter. Like all the stuff he says about anyone else not affiliated with Rematch Room. Anyone affiliated with Dazn. Has he got, oh yeah, I want to sign Mikey Garcia It's 95% done. Where's Mikey? I ain't heard nothing. Where's Mikey on Dazn? Anybody watch Mikey on Dazn, huh? 127 should come to my HBCU family homecoming next year. I don't know. So let me know. Holler at me. Holler at me when it comes closer. Shout out to you. Has anyone seen Mikey Garcia on Dazn? When is his next fight even? Who is he fighting on Dazn? Because according to Eddie Hearn, he says, oh, it's pretty much sold up and Mikey's coming to us. Bro, honestly, it's about that time. Has Eddie Hearn got any of this stuff right? He says Broner blasted him and said this contract weak, posted it all over the internet so everyone could see his 3-fight deal he got offered. And then Eddie Hearn, once again, lied, unless you can show me. He said, man, I'm getting 15 emails every hour and, nonstop around the clock. Fighters are just hitting me up. They won't stop ringing my phone. It's like, they're like, yeah, I'll take it. Whatever you're going to offer Broner, I'll take it. Yeah, give me the fight. I'll take it. I'll take the 3-fight. Bro, what? Yeah, I'll take, bro. That doesn't even, first of all, Broner is an established celebrity. People know him, whether you love him or hate him. So Liam ain't finna just get the same offer that Broner was presented just because they're willing to take, like, oh, I've never fought for $1 million. I'll take it. What? Eddie Hearn just be saying stuff that don't even make sense. If you offered $2 million, $2 million, 2.5, 2.5 million, blah, 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 you're doing that because it's Broner. That's what you thought he was worth or whatever. That's what you offered. That don't mean Liam, Caleb Liam, and Petey Liam, and Stevie Liam, and Peter Liam, Gallagher Liam. That don't mean they gon' just because they want the contract and they'd be willing to fight for the 2.2 million. What is that? It's not how that works. It's not how that works. That's like IBM or something wants to hire Bill Gates. They're willing to pay him particularly this amount. If Universal Pictures wants The Rock in their movie and they offer him a deal, I can't be like, oh, I'll take the Rock rejected that movie. I'll take it. I'll take that, bro. This, like, here's an example. Here's the real example. Will Smith was offered the role of Neo in The Matrix. So that's like me saying, oh, Will won't take it. He doesn't want to be Neo. I'll play Neo. Yeah, I'll be Neo. I could go like this. I'll be Neo. I can do this. Bro, they be like, sit the fuck down. Like, that was for Will Smith. He's a blockbuster star at the time and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't no I'll take his contract. Eddie Hearn just be saying stuff. Y'all, and I don't know if this is allegedly British humor, but just know in America, the same stuff doesn't fly. The same stuff that may be, proper chat or whatever to y'all. People are looking at him in America strange. Like, what? Like these little gags and like little bits. Like it's like really cringeworthy. And same thing with Tyson Fury, to be honest. And like, dude, like I was on the Tyson Fury wrestling comment section. They was going in like, who is this guy? Man, go back to the regular people. Like they were going in. Tyson Fury think he the biggest celebrity out here. Like he Muhammad Ali. But hey, if it makes you happy, I guess. But some of these guys coming to America and they think they're, I don't know. It's just different cultures, I guess. Different customs. I don't know what to tell you. But Eddie Hearn, it's looking bad, man. Dazn is looking bad. I got to be honest with y'all. Eddie Hearn seems to be concerned with everybody else's business but his own. Like, why does Dazn always speak in tongues and stuff? Oh, this is the most viewed, a bunch of concurrent. We had a huge surge. Okay, where'd the actual numbers at, though? Like, why won't they just say actual numbers? Why is it all this, like, cryptic Zodiac killer talk? You know what I'm saying? Like, what's the actual number? Everybody else got actual numbers. Like, you look at, Deontay Wilder fight camp on Fox generated 2.2 million. Dazn has all these fantasy numbers. Oh, huge spike. We got a spike, everybody. It's a spike. We got a massive risk, massive surge. What is this massive surge that you're referring to? You know, it's always something like cryptic. It's never like, okay, Logan Paul versus whatever, JJ did 1.1 million. It's always some like, ooh, we have the highest rated, most watched viewership in the transatlantic. What is the number? Say his name. Say his name. Like Pac said. I don't know. It looked weird. It looked weird. And I think people are catching on. And they're not falling for the same tricks from people in boxing over and over again. Listen, I used to date this girl. And her son was like, he was at an age where I feel a child, most kids around that age can formulate some words by that time. But her child was just a little bit different. I don't know. Like, there was nothing wrong with him. He didn't have no, like, condition or whatever. But he was like a mumble rapper in training or something. I don't know. But he was like, I don't know, 2.5, 3 or whatever. And he couldn't say his, like, he was like I said, there was nothing wrong with him. But he couldn't, he was a mumble rapper. So he couldn't really express what he wanted to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, he'd be like, no, I'll be there, pull up with the, and I'm like, what is he saying? And then the mom used to act like she could understand this shit. She'd be like, oh, he wants mac and cheese for dinner. He did not say that though. So how would you have understood? Like, he was saying some weird far out stuff. You get what I'm saying? Like, like, oh, he just wants some mac and cheese. He wants some hamburger helper. He did not say that. There's no way that you deciphered that from that. Like, I would listen intently. He's like, cleflo dollar, fruit, mango, fruit lord sorbet. Like, what? What he say? Oh, he said he's getting a little sleepy. He's a little sleepy. Bitch, you a little sleepy because he didn't say that. Like, and he was always talking like, you know, he was like a Migos or something. Like, he's a mumble rapper, bro. He was not saying the stuff she was claiming, and she tried to act like she understood it. She said, oh, you want your binky? Like, we didn't ask for no motherfucker. But he was saying some weird ass shit, bro. That motherfucker possessed. What's that? Was it movies and shit? The Conjuring, one of them. That boy is The Conjuring, The Omen. Who is this? This little Annabelle brother. Bertabelle. This motherfucker crazy. This is the new Chucky. Like, he was not saying what she was claiming. That's Dazn. That they remind me of this chick. You didn't feel the dent. It come from all that, bro. This man was not. I mean, he wasn't a man, but a little boy. He was not saying, Bibi, Michael Bibi, like Mike Bibi. What is he saying, bro? She said, oh no, he misses his brother. That is not what he said. That motherfucker said Mike Bibi. Ronnie, Bobby, Bell Biv DeVoe. Like Bell Biv DeVoe, man, get this. He need to be hooked on phonics or something. He needs some Ritalin or whatever. I don't know. I ain't no doctor, but that's the zone with their numbers, bro. Cleflo Dollar? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Like, what did Logan Paul do, eh? Jake Paul? JJ? Yeah. Oh, Tata. Oh, yeah, this is a. Oh, in a way. Don't earn in a way. What? What are the numbers? In a way. Oh, top ramen in a way. What? What? Put your bag in the bag. Like, what these numbers, bro? Oh, yeah, in a way. Oh, it's coming. Mama say makusa. Ooh, don't earn in a way. Bro, they do not come out with no flat flat out answer. Dazn refuses, bro. Oh, cup of noodle. I got that noodle. Bill bib the bowl. Bill bib the biscuity. Bro, what? What is he saying? You know? Oh, yeah, that PF Chang's. Want to touch the hiney. Like, man, get this little motherfucker, this possessed ass runt. Yeah, get this runt away from me. I'm sick of you runts. Yeah, I run boxing. I'm sick of you runts. They was come. You seen them come after that Logan Paul Jake. The kids was beating my ass in the chat. They were like, "Oh, you look like a boomer." I don't even know what that means. Like, they was dissing me with futuristic disses, bro. I am not your generation. I don't even know who Boomer Esiason. Like, who is Boomer? You're like, oh, look at this Rocco. Rocco's Modern Life. I'm like, what the fuck does that mean? They was jumping me in the comments. I don't know what they was saying. He's the first Nintendo. Like, what? What y'all talking about? Pepperidge Farm. Like, yeah, y'all got Tourette's out this motherfucker. I don't even know what they talking about right now. I didn't think I was that old, but fuck these motherfuckers. Anyway, y'all be on that lean and all that. That's why. See, I don't do drugs, so I don't know what y'all be talking. Oh, I'm gonna come in the spit you, hit you like Yeti. Hit you, I'm ready. Tevin the Kimberly. What? Anyway, that's Dazn with their numbers. You don't never get no flat out. You like, hey, Dazn, what you know? Mama say, like, you can't get no straight answer. Like, what the fuck is that? Motherfucker doing ad libs instead of telling you the number. What Dazn number? Canelo Kovalev. Can you please tell us some numbers? I've been waiting all day for some Canelo Kovalev numbers. Can you please tell us some numbers? Please, like, pretty please. What did Logan Paul KSI do? Can you please tell me some? Oh, it's the most viewed, most watched, most cell phoned fight ever. Like, what the fuck is the most cell phoned fight ever? Like, just tell me the number. Say his name. Oh, yeah. PF Chang. I'll never tell. Like, y'all playing games. Anyway, Canelo got beat, according to Eddie Hearn. Yeah, Rudo and all this shit. Man, I ain't got time for all this. Anyway, Canelo got beat by two, I don't even know how old they preteens or whatever. I don't know how. No, he like 24. Logan Paul and KSI, they the new faces of boxing. Especially the winner, KSI, because he won. So I heard somebody say he was a champ. So I think the WBC might have made a clean belt or something for him. I don't know. But anyway, KSI the champ. He the new face of boxing. What is PHP 125? I am boxing. Who are you? How much money is that? Where is that? What is that? Phoenix PD? Like, what is that? What's PHP? What kind of currency is that? I gotta look this up. He said it's $2. Man, that's it. That's $125. Stop playing with me, Smokey. Oh, it's Philippine. Okay, that makes sense. Damn, $125 is $2. Damn. I can buy like one lumpia and shit with that, bro. What? You had me juice. I was like, okay, we got 125. Damn. You pesoed me out. Thank you. I appreciate you. I don't know what you talking about in the comment, but he said I am boxing. You got a picture of Conor McGregor talking about I am boxing, and you gave me Monopoly money. But shout out to you. No, I'm just playing. Shout out to the Philippines. Somebody said Triple G versus KSI. Man, Canelo finna weight drain KSI. KSI got to weigh in a bikini with, no water weight in his system. Man, come on, bro. Canelo just be adding his own stipulation. You must drink nothing. When you get tired in sparring, you got to drink Capri Sun instead of water. Why I got to drink Capri Sun? Because it'll make you bloat. You're going to be bloated. Bro, I ain't drinking no damn Capri Sun. Everybody else get to drink regular stuff. I got to drink Capri Sun. Canelo just be making up his own rules. Yeah, you must have a high sodium diet. You wish to fight me. You must eat nothing but top ramen noodles and other delicious high sodium foods. Hungry man dinners will be acceptable. In training camp, you must have 3 Salisbury steaks with the brownie. You Canelo should be making up his own rule, bro. What? You gotta have high sodium diet. Like, man, come on. Why? What part of the game is that? You must eat nothing but 3 pieces of whale blubber before the way. Whale blubber? Why I got to eat of that? You must watch Free Willy 3 times and eat whale blubber before facing me. But wait, there's more. Somebody said clip. He said Salisbury steak with no clenbuterol. Hey, y'all out of pocket though. Y'all see my Niners though? I'm hot. He said you gotta cut your dreads like Sean Porter. Someone said you must eat some chitlins before. Yeah, facts. I want you on a high sodium diet. Must consist of Chef Boyardee ravioli, the extra large, and alphabet soup. You must eat alphabet soup and spell my name in the bowl. Canelo Alvarez. With the alphabet soup, eat all the other letters. The only remaining letters can be Canelo and Alvarez or Born Ready. I'm like, man, you making up your own rules. Canelo need to fight in the XFL or something. Real talk. XFL Canelo. He just do whatever. Like, I'm just saying, like, where's boxing at? Y'all feel me? Like, where's the competition? Like, I remember as a kid, they had this spot. They had one in Fairfield. It was connected to the bowling alley. It was called Cyber Zone. And they had regular bowling, glow bowling. We had a skating rink on North Texas. But then they also had this Cyber Zone where they had laser tag. And you put on the little laser tag strap, and we'd be like, doo 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 doo, pew 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 pew. That shit was lit. I'd be hiding. Pew pew. That's like, oh, you have to have a weight vest on while you play laser tag. Like, why? Why? Nobody else has to have a weighted vest on, other than the vest that everyone has that it comes with. Canelo gonna make you put the weighted vest underneath it and then put the laser tag vest. Like, why? Why I gotta have all that? No one else had that. Not a good look, people. And then, I'm telling you, mark my words, I'm the first person talking about this on YouTube. Trendsetter never been better, right? Canelo, how is he going to keep? He's not even getting to my cousin Chris got us kicked out of there. Why? What'd you do? Bro, one time, this is true, no cap, because they would put you in the laser tag thing, and there would be another group kind of finishing their tournament, and then the next group would go in before the other team is like fully out. That's how it used to be. And there were some adults that were playing it drunk, and I seen a dude wait behind the corner with it's like a plastic laser tag gun, kind of like the Nintendo gun, right? And the dude waited for his friend because they were all drunk or maybe high or something. He waited for his friend behind the corner, like the Charlie Angels poster, and he was waiting with the gun. And his friend was like running, looking like jovially, like running, looking for his friend, like trying to get some work with the laser tag. So he's running, and when he hit the corner, the friend popped out and said "bow" and hit him with the gun in his nose and started laughing. Dude just dropped. I'm like, damn, like what type of laser tag y'all playing? Bro, I seen someone get hit with the gun and he thought it was funny. Like, he wasn't like doing it to like, he just wanted to, I don't know. I guess that's how he plays. But anyway, he popped out the corner, said bah, and hit the dude in the nose. The dude's shit just crumbled. I'm like, damn, y'all play kind of rough. We can play another laser tag and put this infrared beam on you. I put red dots on you like a slice of pizza. Yeah, you can get that laser. Yeah, the gun was low key heavy. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, damn, that was crazy. Anyway, good times. But Canelo, it's just like it's getting to the point where how is he going to keep demanding so much, and he's not producing so much, like in the past? Explain it. Please let me know. LJ, what's up? That's my mate from Australia. How is Canelo going to keep demanding this and YouTubers are outselling you? Your company put the YouTubers, in my view, they put them ahead of your promotion. Okay, let's do a quick vote. Whose fight got put out to the masses probably a bit better and just from DAZN's portion, who did DAZN promote better? KSI Logan Paul or Canelo versus Kovalev? Vote right now. You know, I need to see if I'm the only one that believes what I'm thinking. Whose fight got promoted better? KSI Logan Paul. K and Logan Paul. KSI Logan Paul. Exactly. I think we all kind of unanimously agree. Bro, Canelo got a 40 days. KSI and Logan Paul got a 40 days. But in addition, they're YouTubers and they put it on their channels and got 10 million views apiece. And Sky Sports picked it up and DAZN aired it. So they was getting money around the clock. You know, they was getting attention around the clock with their fight. Plus, they did a face-off. They didn't do no Canelo Kovalev face-off. Probably because this stuff looked FAF, fake. They was laughing and taking selfies. Why anyone want to see a face-off when you guys are taking selfies? Bro, DAZN is out here embarrassing my sport. I'm saying it straight like that. Until they make changes, you know, they are, with these recent moves, they are embarrassing my sport. You couldn't Canelo Kovalev, you couldn't even do a face-off. Who want to see a face-off when these two are giddy and taking selfies together? What you gonna be badass, Billy Badass? Oh, speaking of badass, rest in peace to the rapper Badass from LA, man. I heard he just passed. Classic songs, you know, with Snoop and the Machiavelli album. Rest in peace to Badass. I heard he just passed. Sad, man. California, we lost some real ones this year. Nip. Badass. Yeah, Badass just passed away, bro. Badass was one of them OG ones, bro. That Machiavelli album. Anyway, how is Canelo going to demand so much and he's not producing the numbers? I just need to know that. I need to know that. Badass and DPG, they had some stuff too. They had some heat. My homeboy know him. Look. Man, Snoop has lived through every generation. He's seen some real one. Pac, Nip. Bro, look at Snoop. Man, Snoop is real West Coast, bro. Look. This shit. Damn, RIP to my young DPG. Original. Badass. Gone too soon. Yeah, I gotta hit that like button on that. You heard it from the big OG, Snoop D-O-double-G. I had to hit the like button on that. That hurt me, reading that. But anyway, how is Canelo gonna demand so much if he ain't putting up the numbers? Bro, I hope you guys know. He said, got a nigga going crazy. Yeah, exactly. Machiavelli. My dude J Real know what it is. 504 Music. Facts. My Mexican co-workers didn't even know Canelo fought. Bro, I told you the man is trapped on the app. When will you guys listen to me? Like, what fight do I have to predict correctly? What more do I have to do in boxing for you guys to just be like, okay, this dude knows a little something about a little something? Please let me know. I told you that. He's trapped on the app. I told you KSI is the face of DAZN boxing, and he put out better numbers with Logan Paul. What more do I have to get right? I told you about Andy Ruiz, Joshua. This is all in one single solid. I told you about Eddie Hearn. I told you that Wilder's star power was growing. What more do I have to get right? Like, there has to be a starting and stopping point. There has to be a starting and stopping point. Like, enough is enough. And I know people that didn't even know KSI and Logan Paul. They know who they are, but they didn't even know they fought. And he knows boxing. I just talked to him yesterday. He knows boxing, and he fought. Like, he knows the Charlo's got an upcoming fight. Didn't even know KSI and Logan Paul did this, like, celebrity YouTube turn pro. He's like, what? Oh, I didn't see it. Bro, my dad liked Canelo. My pops like Canelo. He ain't watched the fight yet. I'm telling you, DAZN is out here catching the fade. L's. Eddie Hearn thought he had him a Mayweather-McGregor Junior. But guess what? When Mayweather and McGregor did their press tour, that was on ESPN Top 5 and stuff, where they're doing highlights when they fought and all that. And you were seeing that everywhere. I didn't see no celebrities outside of the ones that were there tweeting about the fight. I see LeBron James and basketball players tweet about real fights occasionally. You know, like Ward Kovalev. When I covered Ward versus Sullivan Barrera and Star Warriors play, I have it on camera. Steph Curry was there. You know, Draymond Green was there. Ryan Coogler was there. Michael B. Jordan was there. I have footage with Michael B. Jordan before Creed even came out in Oakland. You know what I mean? I didn't really even see many celebrities, especially anybody over like 27 that were either really there or not a part of like that kind of gamer YouTube world or talking about it. And yet and still, according to Eddie Hearn, this has beat any fight that's ever been on DAZN for boxing. DAZN, I don't really know if it's like you ever go to a retail store and you're trying to buy a washer and dryer and you start speaking to the associate, and through talking to them, you could tell they don't know what they're saying. That's what I feel about DAZN. I'm being real. Like, you ask simple questions like, oh, how many cycles does this washer have? Or is it quiet? What's the decibel rating? Is the Energy Star approved? Like, things that you might know if, like, I used to work retail in appliances and stuff. But anyway, you might know if you actually knew and studied and read the manuals and stuff for the appliance. And then they're like, Energy Star? And they're like looking all around, looking at it and lifting the lid and trying to look at the man. You don't know. You don't know off the top of your head these answers, you know. Oh, does it have a delayed start mode? A lot of them do. You don't know. That's what I feel about DAZN. It's like there's no real like inherent game plan that I'm seeing. It's just like we're just they had Joshua Ruiz, which in my opinion could be a big colossal event based on what Andy Ruiz did. Not Joshua, because Joshua, he got folded, and you know, the only excitement that he had was the third round. Everything else was being done to him. But anyway, based on Ruiz's performance and now a do or die scenario for Joshua, it could be a fight this big. This fight's happening in 2 weeks and nobody's talking about it like that. Because you put it in Saudi Arabia. They letting Eddie Hearn make decisions, or Golden Boy, or whoever's at top of DAZN, and I just don't see, like, I'm not understanding the vision. This is a subscription site. You're gonna now have to compete with Apple TV Plus. DAZN is gonna have to compete with Disney Plus, and it looks to me, I'm not. I told you I wasn't even mad at KSI, Logan Paul. They got a bag, whatever. But I'm talking about the parent company that did this, Dazn. I don't really see the vision. Do you really feel good saying that the fight you promoted the most when you were supposed to take over boxing and rid the world of boxing pay-per-views and buy pay-per-view, and your biggest fight that you put the most energy into and that has done the most views was a fight that real boxing fans, a lot of them alike, weren't even behind? That doesn't say a lot about the company to me. You guys can pussyfoot around what I'm saying, but to me, that doesn't say a lot. Your biggest fight, that's almost embarrassing. Your biggest fight, like, I'm trying to think of an example that would even be as wild and weird as this. Like, it's just kind of like, let's say Disney for centuries has put out kids movies. All the slapper kids movies that they, Little Mermaid, Lion King, and then they do a Disney porno. And the Disney porno just breaks all the records of any Disney. Like, nothing even came close. You know what I'm saying? That would be weird. Like, damn, Disney porno lit. This Disney, you know, but that, what does that say? Like, how everything else you done to this point, you ain't done nothing that would reach the masses more than this one, like, once and done kind of Disney porno you came out with. That's weird to me. Yeah, Disney, Mickey, come here, Minnie. Who's your daddy, Minnie? That's how my voice used to sound. Don't hate. I grew out of it. Yeah, the motherfucker Walt Wiener, you know, Disney porno, bro. That's weird. Your biggest claim to fame is a fight that wasn't perceived by many as even a real fight. Man, I'll never chill, bro. I'm being real. I'm being so sincere. This is my sport. I've been in this too long, worked too hard. Boxing saved my life in many ways. Some of y'all don't even know about. But anyway, this is like, it's like almost like a mockery. You know what I'm saying? Like, nothing even came close to the fight that people felt was like a little kid's teeny bopper, almost not real fight. That's your claim to fame? That's what you want? That seems weird to me. I really and truly does. It doesn't sit well. Like, bruh, Eddie Hearn did an interview post-fight, and he was like, oh, yeah, I mean, it wasn't horrible. They could fight. You know, they fought a little bit. They weren't terrible. Bro, they said, he even said something post-fight. It's not like it's real boxing. Okay, so that's the new Dazn metric. That's the new standard. They didn't, you know, first time, they didn't do it wasn't terrible. Okay, so that's, bro, y'all some low expectations having motherfuckers, bro. Y'all got some low ass expectations, bro. He literally said something like this. It wasn't bloody terrible. It wasn't. They did I mean, for fake boxing, what? So fake boxing and they did aight and it wasn't terrible is your best promoted, best received, best audience, best viewership, most watched. That don't look right to me as a real boxing fan. That's like Golovkin's resume, if we really being real. Your best names on your whole resume are people that you arguably didn't beat or you didn't beat on paper. Am I lying? If you look at the very best Golovkin names that he has ever fought, it's controversial or the judges said he lost. Changed my mind. It's the same type of concept. Out of 37, 40 fights or whatever Golovkin has, the names that we respected all gave you tough, super tough fights that you arguably lost or the judges said you lost. That's the same kind of concept. That's weird. They were talking about Golovkin being a Hall of Famer. How? Your best names, Danny Jacobs. I thought I was there. I literally thought Jacobs beat him. Good fight, close fight, had Jacobs winning. Right? Then you had Canelo. First fight was a draw. You lost the second one. And then the other best names you fought is Deryevchenko, who I thought whooped his butt and got robbed. And then who? Kell Brook or somebody. And that was a welterweight who that was one of the first fights said, man, you were getting pretty banged up by a welterweight. You got exposed. Am I lying? Those are literally the best names he fought. And they were all super tough. Charlo got a fight with Julian J. Rock Williams, who's a unified champion, and he won convincingly. There was no drama. There was no big drama. There was none of that. There was no controversy. I understand, occasionally the best of fighters have a fight that could have went either way, but you ain't got none. You ain't got not near none fight where it didn't end debatable and against a big name. Like, even if you want to take out Mayweather Castillo, which he won, take out Mayweather Maidana, which he won. Even if you remove that from his whole resume, you still got the second Castillo fight. You still got the second Maidana fight. You still got Cotto. You still got De La Hoya. You still got Canelo. You still got Diego Corrales. You still got Arturo Gatti. You got certified victories. Nobody doubts them. Zab Judah. You got those fights. Berto. Nobody can even contest those. Triple G ain't got no fights against nobody with a big name. That's what I look at this Dazn thing as. You did bro, listen to it. Part of this decision to take this fight is, in my opinion, part of Dazn's undoing. Their moniker is 100 nights, 100 fights, right? Something to this effect. One device, 100 nights, 100 fights. So you're alleging to put on 100 nights of 100 fights, and out of 100 fights, the one that people didn't consider real boxing, first-time pro fights, they promoted and you promoted and came together to become the most watched event. I don't know, man. And it's not, and to be honest, it's probably not even super close. Like Showtime, yeah, okay, they did Mayweather McGregor, but they also have Mayweather Pacquiao they were involved with. They also have Mayweather other fights that did good. Your best, probably by a landslide, best most talked about fight was the fight that was super novelty. I don't know. I don't know what that really does for boxing. And I'm still skeptical about how good it did. Okay, something could be the most watched, but if we don't know the other most watched on your network, that doesn't really indicate great. You get what I'm saying? Like, if you went to a nasty restaurant and the food is trash, but the pizza's okay. Yeah, okay. In comparison to the calzone and the pasta and the tuna casserole, the pizza ain't half bad. It's okay. So without no barometer to compare it to, I don't even know, with them not releasing any numbers, I don't really even know how well this fight did, because we don't have nothing to compare it to. Okay, so Canelo versus Jacobs did 600,000 concurrent. So how much did Canelo Jacobs really do on unique devices? One device, one account, not several accounts sharing up to 3 on 3 devices. So I don't even know what Canelo Jacobs really did in America, right? But what if it did 605,000 for Logan Paul? Then that means it's trending down. Logan Paul versus KSI 1 did 1.4 million, 1.3 million, something like that on pay-per-view. So it's really fishy with no numbers being released as to how successful was it. And in my opinion, it sounds like a failure if you refuse to release the number for something you promoted that heavily, but you're not bragging through a press release about the number. And I'm not the smartest brother in the world, but I just feel like we're talking about an app. We're not talking about pay-per-view that has to tabulate and calculate from Dish Network, satellite feeds, DirecTV, cable, Cox Cable, Comcast, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, movie theater. I'm sure there's not all that. Was KSI Logan Paul even in movie theaters? Could you go to a movie theater and watch KSI Logan Paul? So if you don't have all that different data pouring in and it's an app, I feel like you have semi or close to, real time stats, just like on my YouTube account. I can get a real good indication, a ballpark of how much views I've done over the weekend. After a day, 48 hours, 72 hours, we ain't heard no numbers yet. So to me, it makes me believe that being trapped on the app, this fight may have been their best watched, but it's also under what the first one did, which is why, comparatively speaking, they're not releasing the numbers. Because every sequel is supposed to do. Avengers 2 Endgame did better than Avengers Infinity War. The goal is to make the next Black Panther that comes out in 2021 more successful than the first one. So, to me, I just feel like Dazn ain't releasing nothing. So how can we assume that this is some good numbers? And beyond that, the fact that you're not releasing, I had an old teacher tell me sometimes no response is a response. And if they refuse to put out any numbers for any fights, then that's your answer. Because there ain't nobody that's going to sit on prime peak information that shows the true value and marginal success of a fighter on their network. They would glorify that. They would brag about it. They would gloat about it. They're not going to just keep it under lock and key. Who would do that? That's like a girl getting engaged and she got this nice, beautiful diamond ring from her longtime boyfriend, now fiance, and she don't take it to the gram like this and be showing off the rock. Girls, when they do that, they start drinking different and shit. You got the ring and shit. Make sure you see that ring. Why Dazn don't make sure we see that ring, that diamond ring, unless it's a CZ, cubic zirconian. Don't get mad. I'm only being real. Ego Veli. Name a female that has a longtime boyfriend that everybody knows she's dating that person, and they get engaged and she don't take it to social media. She don't tell nobody on Facebook. He gave her a nice, super nice diamond ring. She don't take it to the gram. She don't take it to Snapchat. She don't show nobody. Come on, bro. You know what it is. I know people in the hood get a new whip and show the gram. That's what you supposed to do when you proud. Your kid graduated from school. You show them graduating. You supposed to brag about stuff like that. Yeah, my baby made it. My baby got accepted to college. So where are Dazn's numbers, man? Hey, you out of pocket, bro. You cannot be that dude. He said, hey, I'm the glasses meme from the KSI Logan Paul stream. Hey, you out of pocket, bro. I don't know if it's really you. Listen. Hey, let me find this. If this is really him, bro, somebody had 11,000 people watching the KSI Logan Paul out the reflection of some glasses. This is legendary stuff. You listen. He said it is. Hey, you a true legend. I ain't never seen that, bro. You too creative for this world. I ain't never. Y'all better hope I can't find this meme. My man went viral. I ain't never seen nobody do that, bro. People were accidentally watching. 11,000 plus people. It might have been more. Accidentally watched it. Y'all better hope I can't find. How do I find this meme, bro? I retweeted it, but hey, you out of pocket, God. Hey, you out of pocket, God, bro. This dude is a innovator. Bro, you guys better hope I can't find it. Where is this me? I ain't never seen nothing like this. Y'all better hope. Bro. Hey, Cursor, why would you do that? Hey, Cursor, don't do that, man. I was just talking to him. Nah, don't unblock him, bro. He cool. He got my blessing, bro. Look, people watched it out his reflection. I ain't never seen this. Bro, look at these comments. Stop moving your head. Turn up the brightness. Hey, good looking, bruh. Bruh, this is better than the earlier lives, though. You are a legend, bro. Bro, people watched it out his reflection. He was watching the fight, and people, like, screenshot it. They was watching KSI Logan Paul. Hey, listen, leave my man alone. He good. He a legend. Leave him alone in my channel. I ain't never seen that, bro. This man said 168,000 people. And I'm done, bro. I got to keep going with my show, but stay up, bro. Happy Veterans Day. I ain't never seen no stuff. That's why y'all be telling me to take off my glasses. Oh, yeah, you gonna take off your glasses. That's why y'all be telling. Y'all don't like that glare, huh? Y'all don't like that glare. Look, y'all looking at my computer screen right now. I'm about to show you my look. I look like Cyclops out of this motherfucker, bro. But shout out to you, man. Where them Dazn numbers? Where them Dazn numbers at? And see, this is the thing. Dazn, they went about it wrong. Like, to me, I told you this before and after the fight. The most entertaining fight was the main event. To me, that's my personal opinion. Much respect to Devin Haney, Billy Joe Saunders. He's cool, but the most exciting fight to me, just because the build up and you don't know what's gonna happen, and KSI was swinging like a wild man, And you know what else I noticed is funny? KSI was swinging crazy. He was swinging wild crazy. But a trained professional with 40 fights and 39 knockouts like Wilder, he be going ham and going crazy. And the same people that vouch for this fight, they like the entertainment factor of the KSI fight. So Wilder, he be swinging, and then when he connect, you're out of there. You're out of there. KSI was trying, but lacking experience or whatever. Logan being tough or whatever you want to attribute it to. There was no like major knockdown. I mean, they both had a knockdown, but I'm saying it wasn't nothing like Wilder. See how old media switch up though? You see how old media switch up? It's Windmill Wilder, but when KSI is fighting, you loved it. And some of the energies from the UK because KSI is from the UK. So how do UK fans critique Wilder, talking about Windmill Wilder, and then KSI was swinging more wild than Wilder and less accurate than Wilder and with less knockout power, I'm not saying he don't have no power, but I'm just saying it ain't Wilder power. So what happened, Biggie? What happened? Everything that old media stands for is crumbling before you. It's crumbling before you because this is how you know they lying. Now you have Eddie Hearns talking about Wilder Ortiz is going to do 100 to 150,000. What made you the grand wizard of other people's numbers? What business did, this is how to me, Dazn, in my opinion, they're failing. I'm not even going to beat around the bush. They are failing, and even if Dazn, a company, if you don't feel they're failing just on behalf of the people they have representing them. Straight like that. Because the people representing you are making you look bad. Point blank, period. Like a maxi pad, period. The people you have representing you, Oscar's getting 2 lawsuits in a month. Canelo's mad at him. Ryan Garcia was mad at him. And Eddie Hearn is saying ludicrous things, aggravating the American audience. So good luck building an American fan base for some of these fights when you have people who are not like John Skipper, John McCreskey. They ain't really saying nothing to aggravate fans, but you're employing people that are doing these things and catching flack for you, bro. If you listen, even on some mob stuff, even if it's in the mob, if there's one person in the mob or a gang that's making the whole gang look bad, then you got to get checked. Someone got to say something to you. You feel what I'm saying? Like, if you in a gang and you out doing like gangs, I don't know about now, but back in the day, they used to have like meetings, be at the park and just meet up, and everyone was on a common goal. And, you know, you watch out, look out for this block. We have some, you know, contraband. We're going to get that off. And, you know, there was like a game plan. And everybody played the position based on where you was ranked in the gang. That's how gangs used to be set up. It was organized. You know how like the mob, when they say organized crime, gangs used to be like that. So if you had one rogue person going against everything the gang stands for and or wild, you know, AWOL missions that nobody approved and is bringing the cops around your block and stuff, they got to get checked or they got to get dealt with because you bring in unnecessary heat to the gang. Now the police and undercovers and stuff won't leave you alone because you have one person who's doing too much. And in my opinion, that's kind of what's happening. Eddie Hearn just keeps doing these interviews. You know, De La Hoya is not as much, but, you know, some of his antics get out there and it doesn't look good either, you know, just from a professional, you know. And the same goes for some of these fights. You got Chavez evading the VADA test. Now they switching the reason. It's bro, it's crazy. It's crazy. Now they switching the reason why Chavez. Before, you guys told me that Chavez, he didn't do the drug test for X, Y, and Z reasons. Now Eddie Hearn's saying something different. This is Fight Hub. Promoter Eddie Hearn opens up on Chavez skipping out on the VADA drug testing, revealing that Chavez Jr., his reason was that he hadn't officially signed up for the Jacobs fight. He also says that they showed up to test Jacobs in Atlanta, but he was in New York City. So you just gonna snitch on the next man? Well, so we ask. This is crazy, bro. So we trying to figure out Eddie Hearn's supposed to be explaining why Chavez Jr. avoided the VADA test, and then he just snitched on Danny Jacobs. But Jacobs did it. Yeah, but we didn't kill him though. We didn't say you killed him. We said who shot right, bro. What? And then he said he didn't drug test. So Eddie Hearn is now saying that Chavez Jr. didn't drug test because the fight wasn't finalized. But you know why they were there. You know that you were in the process of fighting Danny Jacobs. If you have nothing, bro, that look even worse that Eddie Hearn said that, bro. He did an interview saying that, oh, the fight hadn't been finalized. So basically, oh, the fight ain't finalized, so what are you guys here for? That don't look right. That made it look worse. You better off going off of what the first thing y'all told me about Chavez Jr. Y'all look crazy, bro. It's just what it is. Y'all look crazy. That don't look good. I didn't want to submit blood and urine on a random drug test because the Danny Jacobs hadn't been fully signed, but you knew you were in the process of most likely fighting him. Whatever. Richard, what's up? What difference did it make if he knew he had a fight coming up? Exactly. Bro. And the funny thing is, when VADA came for Charlo's, did they both have fights signed? And you guys made a big deal of that, and they was in a different state. Chavez was there and sent them away. That don't look good. So, it's funny that Eddie Hearn doesn't talk about none of this, but he be talking about Wilder. He be talking about Wilder, Ortiz numbers. Why do you care? Why do you care? If it do 2 pay-per-view buys, what does that got to do with KSI Logan Paul? What does that got to do about Jake Paul's next fight? What does that have to do with Triple G versus Camille Sesmeta or Canelo? You know, it's just Eddie Hearn is this American takeover. It's like he's trying to double down or play the villain. I don't know. I don't know what he's trying to do. You got to ask him. But whatever it is, I don't believe it's working. Like, and it's like It's almost like he's high strung. You got Joshua about to fight in 2 weeks. We ain't heard nothing from him. This might be, knock him down off the pedestal if he lose. It will knock him down off the pedestal. And you sitting up here talking about Wilder. Why are you so concerned with Wilder? And the funny thing is, notice, study why I be mad. Look at what people say. Remember when Deontay Wilder was calling out Joshua? When he was calling out Joshua, Eddie Hearn says, oh, you're using Joshua's profile to try to build your own off the back of his. So what are you doing? He just randomly said, oh, the Wilder Ortiz numbers are going to be X, Y, and Z. No more than 150,000. Why did you say that? Who cares? If it's 2 pay-per-views, what does that have to do with you? He just said, in recent interviews with Sky Sport, he said Wilder would definitely choose so Wilder showed his own face. He showed his own face and said his own opinion on camera to the fans about how he felt about the franchise title and if he wanted it. But you have a white male with blue eyes in Eddie Hearn who is telling you, no, the black male is lying. This is what he really would do. Where did they do that? What part of the game is that where somebody gets on camera, doesn't hide their face, they respectfully decline the franchise champion. Everything in the past that they said they were going to do, they tried to uphold. I'm going to smoke Joshua out. He did that. He says, I want one face, one name. He's still pushing for that, right? I'm going to knock out Stavern in the rematch. He did that, right? I'm going to fight Ortiz again. So historically, he's done a lot of what he said he was going to do, right? And then you have Eddie Hearn who's telling the world, hey, don't believe him, even though he said it out of his own mouth. Believe what I'm saying. But he's always in the mix. Bro, it just look weird, bro. It just look real weird. How you going to tell the next man what he would do? And then Eddie Hearn want to speak for Joshua. We hear from, oh, Joshua will knock out Luis Ortiz in 3 rounds. I never heard Joshua say that. I heard you say it. So let me get this straight. You could speak for Joshua and you speak for a fighter that's not even yours in Deontay Wilder. What part of the game is this? Somebody explain. What part of the game? So how do you speak on behalf and say stuff I never heard Joshua say out of his own mouth? And then now Wilder does say something out of his own mouth and you denounce it and say, no, he doesn't mean that. He wouldn't do that. And then on top of that, what you said was Wilder would choose the franchise. Despite what he told the whole world on camera, he would go against that to duck Dillian White, who's been stopped before, or to duck Anthony Joshua, who got knocked down 4 times and has been stopped in his last fight and may not make it beyond the Ruiz fight in terms of without a second loss. Bro, this looks extremely bad. And this is, listen, that's a Dazn Sky Sports rep. So this just looks bad to everybody involved. I don't know where people get off saying people always, they try to do that with me too. They'll say, oh, if Canelo was black, you would love him. What? You can't just make up your own philosophy on what you think is going on. Let's talk actual facts. Wilder said what he said. So who are you to say, he absolutely doesn't mean it. He would take the franchise to duck Dillian White. Bro, this stuff goes deep. And I think it's looking like Eddie is frustrated, high strung, owes people favors. There's a lot of pressure on him because it looks like unraveling. That's what it looks like to me. To say all this wild stuff. Nobody else is doing this. Wilder, I don't even hear him talk about Joshua. He said, I'm going to smoke him out last year, did that. Joshua got knocked out this year. He commented on it briefly, and he ain't even said nothing. What have y'all even seen about? I've heard Wilder talk about Fury more because they at least have a contract to sign. I don't even hear anybody, not just Wilder. I don't hear nobody talking about Joshua, except for occasionally Ruiz, who's about to fight him. So it's what is Eddie Hearn even talking about, bro? Dark truth. He know he's speaking that dark truth. He says, yeah, why would he fight Ortiz twice but duck Dillian White? Meanwhile, the WBC told Dillian White to fight Luis Ortiz in an eliminator, and Eddie Hearn and and Dillian White didn't do it. And Eddie has some nerve, bro. It's crazy. The other thing is this. Why are we even talking about Dillian White and you're not updating us on his UCAD case? How is I'm the only one that sees this? Do UK fans see this? So let me get this straight. You can fail a drug test, not get no clarification. Like Heather Hardy, she failed a drug test in America in the Amanda Serrano fight, right? On Dazn. In America, we found out she got punished by a $10,000 fine and she's getting suspended for 6 months. And the WBO suspended her from fighting for 6 months. How come we don't even know what's up with Dillian White? Is he suspended? Was he suspended? What did the lawyers say? Where's the B sample? And Eddie talking about everybody else but the things that matter. Why did you duck Nevada for the Danny Jacobs versus Chavez Jr. fight and pull it to Arizona? Bro, Eddie's American takeover has been disastrous. And I told you, you can't just come somewhere, set up an office, and then not respect the locals. That doesn't work. The locals are the fans and the people you need to buy in. If anything, DAZN has a renegade in Eddie Hearn who's constantly rubbing the American public the wrong way, on top of Golden Boy and Canelo, and Canelo's decisions and, the drama rubbing people the wrong way. I don't see how this is a winning formula. And I really feel like PBC is doing the best job at exposing the world to American talent. Like, they're giving American guys an actual shot. They're building and giving Gervonta his own card. They're giving Wilder his headline in Vegas. He, moving him around. New York, he coming back to Vegas. I don't think he fought in Vegas since Stavern title fight. It's looking real bad for old media, man. It's like beyond belief. Like, I couldn't even have planned it better. And you'll see over time. I keep telling you, Canelo's not the face of boxing. I tell you, Wilder's the face of boxing. They're going against it still a little bit, but most people are starting to come around and see it. They're like, look, the people I can tell you how they even write and text. I've studied. They'll say something like, oh, Wilder the face of boxing, ha 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 ha, and do some crying emojis, some juvenile games to try to laugh it off. But we're not joking, right? Like, literally, Wilder's starting to do better numbers than Canelo and get promoted better, and he's definitely putting on more scintillating electric events. Listen, who did Canelo fight? Wilder versus Ortiz and Wilder versus Fury are both more memorable. And then the Brazil, though, Wilder's last 3 fights are far more memorable than Canelo's last 3 or 4 fights. I put that on anything. I believe that. Look at Canelo's last 3-4 fights. He fought Rocky Fielding, right? Jacobs, and tried to stipulate both of them, and then stipulated Kovalev. I had a better time with Wilder's last 3 fights, for sure. No questions asked. How is Canelo the face of boxing, people? Oh, let me guess, because he lost to Floyd in 2015, 14, whatever. 2013, maybe. How? What is he doing? So we just have to forever live under the Canelo era for some old accomplishments when people are setting new trends and new milestones. It's not looking good, man. I tell you, Tank Davis is a star, bro. If he sparked Gamboa out in front of a bunch of people and leave them entertained, bro, we're in a different era of boxing too, where like Tank draws a celebrity audience as well. Like, there were like professional athletes and rappers at his last fight, in Baltimore. And like, I don't know if Baltimore is like a destination like Miami, New York, Vegas, blah, blah, blah. But LA, and he brought people out there. And if people are willing to watch two YouTubers fight, an actual boxer, you people are like, oh, he's fighting Gamboa. Boxing fans know who Gamboa is. And then casuals don't care because they don't know who the fuck any of these guys are, but maybe one guy. Do you feel what I'm saying? So Tank will have crossover success. Once again, some people know Logan Paul, but they weren't really familiar with KSI or, so what's the difference? What's the difference okay, if you're a total casual, see, my mind is different. My mental dexterity is different than a lot of these dudes. It just makes more sense. So if you're watching the KSI Logan Paul card and you came for KSI Logan Paul, you probably don't know who Billy Joe Saunders is, and you don't know who Marcelo Corceres is, because I watch boxing all the time and I don't even know who Marcelo Esteban Corceres is. So what's going to happen when their names, they're identified with Tank and they know who he is because he was dating the Ari chick and the G Herbo and all this, and he's with celebrities. He's on the Shade Room. He's linked to Mayweather. What you think? You don't think he gonna do numbers? So the difference being is, true boxing fans, we all know who Gamboa is, and we all know who Tank is, and maybe some casuals only know Tank and they might not know Gamboa, but Tank can pull that off because it's a gold medalist. They can talk about all that, show clips from the Terrence Crawford fight. Won't. You can't do that with Billy Joe Saunders versus Corceres because real hardcore boxing fans don't even know who Corceres is. He don't have no Terrence Crawford level opposition. So you see, it's a totally different. And Tank is from America where the fight is being staged, right? So you can't even get away with what a lot of these companies are even trying to do. You get what I'm saying? You can't even get away with it because you're trying to pitch two guys, neither of which are familiar with a lot of the casual American audiences, and then the opponent is not even familiar with hardcore boxing audiences. So it's like, where's the allure in those fights? Some people just want to see Tank fight. You feel what I'm saying? Same thing with Canelo Kovalev. You have a fighter out of Mexico who's getting a bag, and he doesn't really speak English, and he's not doing anything electrifying before the fight to build the fight. He's just like super serious all the time. Him and Kovalev look like buddies, so there's no real tension to build from, And Kovalev speaks English, but he's Russian, and again, he doesn't really do anything, especially against a guy like Canelo, who he seemed to be jovial and friends with. So what are you expecting? Like, where is this dynamic when they look like best friends? Neither one of them are promoting the fight. Neither one of them are from America. One of them, they both speak English, but, maybe there's some language barrier-ish there. And you're expecting to make that a massive success. It's played. Nobody's checking for that. That's why I tell you, the walls are closing in. If Canelo fought Charlo, that's different. Because throughout history, we've seen Mexican wars where two Mexicans fought. A Mexican guy and a black guy fought. Tim Bradley, Juan Manuel Marquez. We've seen Pernell Whitaker and Julio Cesar Chavez. We've seen Floyd and Marquez, Floyd and Canelo, Floyd and De La Hoya. So it's different because you're mixing and matching two different people. They can come from different regions, but Canelo was already branded in America when Floyd fought him. That's why Floyd chose him. De La Hoya is Mexican-American and a gold medalist, so we all knew who he was. Plus, we knew who Pretty Boy Floyd was, right? Marquez had already wrecked shop and fought Pacquiao 2 times or whatever, so everybody knew who Marquez was. What these new promotional things, it's lazy. They're taking people who haven't really been branded in America, and then no one's asking for the fights. They don't do anything to build the fight and expecting it to sell and expecting that Canelo's just going to bring out this huge crowd or whoever the fight is. You have to get back to the grassroots promotion. When rappers are trying to sell a CD, I was watching Nipsey Hussle. He said he went from state to state. He would go to little like high schools, college, wherever, and he would drop off that mixtape, try to get popping. He got popping in LA, you know? You got to get popping in these streets first. And that's what I told you from the beginning. I told you. Everything goes through you. You're not going to make money in America without new media. I told you. I'm not going to say you can't make no money, but I'm just saying you have to please the audience. You know? So all this, oh, who is Charlo beat? He doesn't deserve it. Charlo, he could be the villain you want him to be. He's an antithesis for Canelo. That would sell, trust me. Because Canelo, he's going to get angry. Charlo's going to say his piece. You know, it would be an intent. Do you think, who believes Charlo, as the way they both act, is going to get around Canelo and act starstruck and be taking selfies and playing tickle butt like Kovalev? Who? Who believes that Charlo's really doing that with anybody, not just Canelo? You think if Charlo's about to fight Billy Joe Saunders, he gonna be, hey, what's up, Lions only? You know, hey, Android, bro. Who believes that? He's on some different stuff. So you know those fights would sell, but it's fear, people. It's fear. They don't want to see Canelo versus Charlo. Bro. The longer Canelo waits for these Andrade and Charlo fights, the worse it's gonna get. Because if he doesn't win, then it's going to be 2 or 3 years of a buildup. Canelo's supposed to be in his prime, you know, maybe even longer than 3-year buildup. And then if he loses, then people are going to look dumber. Kovalev controlled the early rounds with Canelo by being the bigger man with a weak jab. Charlo's the bigger man with a strong-ass piston jab. That's a good fight. I don't care what anyone says. It's a good fight. Are there questions about Charlo? Absolutely. You know, we haven't seen him fight Canelo. Canelo has a lot of experience, but you know it's a good fight. You know it's a good fight. They were born the same year. Why won't Canelo fight someone like that? They were born the same year, 5 months apart. The Charlo brothers and Canelo. They're the same age. How don't you want to fight someone who could have been in your graduating class? He wanted to fight people that graduated when he was a fetus. You know? Like Golovkin and stuff. Bro, it's played out. And if DAZN continues to do that, then good luck in the American audience. And good luck keep saying, oh, Wilder's not the face of boxing. Errol Spence ain't the Terrence Crawford. Good luck with that. All right. Because a lot of these fighters aren't doing what Canelo's doing, what DAZN's doing. Like, for example, just be real. And see, I'm giving y'all all the gems. So, because, listen, I'm not here to try to point fingers or say I know everything. I'm dropping gems. Hopefully they don't allow this to happen to save my sport of boxing and to save their programming. People are going to do whatever they want to do. Good luck with that. But listen, where do you put Kamil Sersmeta versus Golovkin? Golovkin looked horrible versus Derevyanchenko. People are going to have questions. Hey, why is he not rematching Derevyanchenko? I thought he lost that fight. You didn't really convince us that you're the champion still. Where are you going to put Kamil Sersmeta? Bro, that's Steve Rose part 2. But probably worse because Steve Rose had more knockouts. Where? Tell me where you're going to put that. What venue? What's the undercard? Name a DAZN undercard. Let's go. I'm ready, bruh. Where are you going to put Kamil Sersmeta versus Triple G that's lucrative? Name a lucrative venue that wants that fight. Name a particular region where you think that would do great numbers. Bro, Pacquiao is 40 and he just fought Keith Thurman. So you got to get off Pacquiao back. And they say he might fight Danny next or Mikey. That's still better than what Canelo's doing. And Pacquiao's 40. Listen, I get when Pacquiao was with Top Rank, he was being moved different. Tell me I'm lying. When he got with Al Heyman, he stepped it up and started fighting some of the more contemporary younger guys. Broner beat him, moved on to Keith Thurman, and now he might fight Danny Garcia, Mikey Garcia, even though he's coming off the Errol Spence loss. I prefer Mikey to get it than Chris Algieri. You know, Brandon Rios off a loss. I'd rather see Mikey off a loss fight Pacquiao than Brandon Rios off a loss. That's no disrespect. I like Rios, but that's what it is. So people keep saying Al Heyman cherry pick mismatch. Since Pacquiao got with Al Heyman, his fights have been better and it's been tougher competition. Broner did good in them first rounds, but he got hurt and then he kind of like got gun shy and stuff. But Keith Thurman did bad in the early parts, but then he did better in the second half. He got hurt in the second half too. But he was winning round one and then he got dropped. You know, it was competitive. So what are we talking about? Chris Algieri versus Pacquiao on Top Rank. That wasn't competitive. Algieri was getting slaughtered. So what are y'all talking about? Man, it's going to be a rough winter for y'all. It's going to be a rough winter. So how's Canelo letting a 40-year-old Manny, just like a 40-year-old Marquez, take on better competition, just like a 40-year-old Eric Morales? Eric Morales, when he was like 36 to 40, was fighting the likes of Danny Garcia twice and guys like Maidana and Pablo Cesar Cano. Real work in those divisions. He was at welterweight or whatever. He fought a big-ass puncher in Maidana and a prime undefeated Danny Garcia twice. And Pablo Cesar Cano, who just knocked out Jorge Linares. And this was at the end of Morales' career. When Morales was at the end of his career, he fought Amir Khan. You know? Chavez at the end of his career fought De La Hoya and Costazu. Y'all don't know more boxing, bro. Let's get it. I'm ready. They think they want to know. They want me to be wrong. They don't know. At least I give it to. That's why Chavez is a legend. Okay, Costazu knocked you out, but you still fought a beast. Costazu knocked Zab out too, and he was younger than Chavez. So stuff happens. Costazu got cracked. He's a good fighter. You get more respect that way, period. Juan Manuel Marquez fought Mike Alvarado. He fought Mike Alvarado when he was 40. He fought Pacquiao when he was 40. I think it happened the same year and knocked Pacquiao out. This guy's a joke. Block him. You don't have to watch me. That's all right. If I'm a joke, no explanation. Okay. Canelo barely touching 30. Ain't fought no one under 30 in quite some time. I'm telling you, all that face of boxing, just watch. You know, Eddie Hearn's little slick comments talking about Wilder. Listen, if you got it to spare, I know it's around the holidays, buy that Wilder fight. Please buy it. We got to show that Americans are loyal. See, how come the UK, they be watching Liam versus Petey Liam and Caleb Liam and stuff, and they really be in the stand, oh, we're not going to take it, singing Sweet Caroline and stuff. We got to show that we not just, scamming and, Joanne the scammer and streaming everything, bro. Come on, man. Y'all got to put down. Y'all got to put down for the American champ. The people that are holding it down for boxing. We have to see them do good. Anybody who's doing well in boxing and representing right, we got to make sure they do well. I'm telling you. That's the only way we'll start seeing change, the change we want. Y'all can keep streaming everything and, nobody do no numbers, and then we're going to keep getting BS, They'll be like, oh, there ain't no money in that. That's too much of a risk. We're not going to get it. But if you notice, it's no secret, the best fights this year and the most competitive fights have been the fights that look competitive on paper, and majority of them were unification or consolidations. Pacquiao versus Thurman, they both have versions of the WBA. We know Pacquiao, we know Thurman. Great fight, competitive fight. All the unifications, Spence Porter, Vodstick versus Beterbiev, Inouye Inoue versus Nonito Donaire, Regis Prograis, Josh Taylor, right? Maurice Hooker versus Jose Ramirez. Those are all supposed to be tough fights because they were unifications. And guess what? They turned out to be good fights. J-Rock fought a unified champion, someone who fought somebody else we know a couple of times in Jared Hurd, and J-Rock beat him. These are the best fights this year. You know, majority of them. There was a couple other. That's what we bringing boxing back to its pinnacle. Not this, rehydration. I'm going to make up my own rules and have clenbuterol tests, fails. And, bro, come on, bro. You know? So we going to see if Eddie Hearn is right or if Ego's right. We going to see if Wilder does 150, 100,000 pay-per-views. Stand up for something. You know, y'all spend money on weed and backwoods and shit. Spend a little bit of money for the American champions. Period. Other countries do it. Other countries like UK, they wait up 4 a.m. to watch KSI, a YouTuber. You know, they wait up till 5 a.m. to watch Liam and shit. Like, come on, bro. Come out to Atlanta for that Gervonta, bro. I'm not letting them do this to American fighters. I promise you. Because majority of the ones that they do it to are black American fighters. But we're not doing that. We're not. That time is over. It's always something negative, bro. It's always. Like, they can't even admit simple stuff. I'm telling, like, and this is the thing, bro. Oh, my God. Y'all got to get these likes up. The thing is this, man. I've been at Tank's fights. I see Tank in the crowd when he's not fighting. Y'all be listening to random YouTubers and stuff who don't even move around. They ain't never left the stoop. They don't even cover, like, they don't cover fights. They don't. Tank know me. Ask him. Ask him, oh, do you know Ego? You know boxing? He know me. I just dapped him up when I seen him in Baltimore. I was supposed to link with him in LA and do an exclusive interview, but I got busy, bro. He was probably busy, but whatever, you know? And the thing is, y'all be listening to random people who, oh, Tank's not a star. They ain't never even been to a Tank show. They never probably been to a boxing show. And you telling me, and I was in the kid's backyard talking to his lifelong trainers and stuff like that. The kid had Baltimore sold and sewed up. They loved him out there. He's doing coin flips for the Ravens. Y'all telling me he ain't? That's not normal. You don't see, I'm not trying to call out names. I'm just saying, I ain't seen Golden Boy set up Ryan Garcia. He got 4 million followers with the LA Rams, coin flip, or Tevin Farmer with the Philly Eagles. We haven't really seen that. But I've seen Ravens commercials and they putting Tank in the Raven commercial. I'm like, what is he? But they just messing with him. It's all Baltimore. Baltimore's united, and they staying together. I respect it. And you see all these dumb comments. Tank's not a star. All right. Y'all better hope I don't go to Atlanta, bro. If I decide to go to Atlanta, we gonna see. I'm gonna show you if Tank's a star. Bet that up. Because Wilder's already coming up. That's gonna be a movie. We gonna see. That's what I'm saying. That's why it's inevitable. Yeah. Niners made some bad calls late. It's inevitable. Omida can get mad. They can kick and scream and cry. But it's inevitable. The truth is coming. The truth's been out. It's coming. So all this stuff that they say, and see, this is the thing. Let's do it like this. All the people who denounce what I'm saying, like, Wilder's not big to Canelo. Let's see if they try to get credentials and try to get exclusive interviews. See, the boxing game has a lot of fake shit, a lot of snakes in here. Where they be hoping Wilder lose and hope Tank lose, and behind when the mics are off and stuff, some of the media members be hoping, like, talking like, oh yeah, Tank really doesn't want to fight Lomachenko. But then when they see Tank, they kiss his ass. When they see Wilder, they're all smiles trying to get the exclusive. Bro, boxing has a lot of that. Listen, I'm about everything I'm saying I'm about. That's it. Point blank, period. Like, I don't have a problem with no fighter. But I wasn't a fan of Triple G versus Steve Rolls. I made no effort to cover that fight because I could cover that from home. It didn't make sense to me. So I'm not going to, it's a business. So I can't just spend money on a fight that I'm not even confident for, that I'm gonna even get some money from. I'm not Dazn. I ain't finna burn my bread, you know, if it don't look like it's gonna be a worthy occasion for me, you know, where I can do more damage from the cribbo. But a lot of these dudes, they be preying on the downfall, especially of black fighters, and secrecy. And then when they see these black fighters, they act totally different. Try to get an interview with them. Oh, hey, Jermel. Hey, Charlo, please. Acting different. Snake stuff. You don't see me. I ain't no snake. I'm the same man you see when you see me. You see me or get seen. You know what I'm saying? I'm the same person. And people be slithering snakes, suffering succotash. They be snakes in this game. I'm telling you. We ain't got to say no names, but they be snakes. You know? It's just what it is. Yeah, they be hating, bro. I'm telling you, I see it in the, I hear it. I be at I don't even, you know, I be, ask anybody at the fight. I be minding my own business. I got some partners and, you know, people, guys and girls that I mess with, like, not like that, but, you know, people I deal with, tap in with, and that's it. I just do my thing and leave. And then I'm out. You remember that when Joe Budden was on the green room? And he's like, that's it. Man, I came to get busy, and that's it. That's all I came to do. Like, I be on my Budden stuff. Like, leave me alone. I just come to get this footage for y'all. You know, talk to the fighters that I know and, you know, have a good time, do my reporting. And that's it. And then I'm out. Bro, the double standards, they're all being put on Front Street. You see it. You see them all. Do you see what like? A lot of media people live in fear. What do you live in fear for? Like the fighter or promoter rules you. What are you in fear for? You know what I'm saying? Like Eddie Hearn literally will say different things that don't be adding up and don't come true, and nobody will say nothing, and they be interviewing him all the time. How? How do you have hour-long interviews with Eddie Hearn and you captured interview A and B where he's saying different things and new media is the one pointing out the discrepancy? How? I don't understand it. He said expose snakes because they breathe freely. Exactly. I don't understand how you have both interviews of Eddie Hearn saying two totally different things and you never ask him about it. Just like you don't have to be disrespectful, but just a follow-up question. And I just have questions like, why does Eddie Hearn keep interjecting himself into Wilder and PBC's business? Why? Why can't we, like, you're not telling us nothing about Dillian White B sample. You're not telling us any updates on Joshua. It's like you're trying to distract from what you got. You didn't tell us KSI, Logan Paul, actual numbers, viewership numbers. You're just saying it's the best viewership. You're not telling us what Canelo Kovalev did, but you want to take wild guesses on a promotion on Fox that has nothing to do with you. Bro, if that's not hating, I don't know what is. That's pure haterade. It's pure haterade. First of all, you said that Wilder made a big mistake not signing to DAZN and he could be making all this money. You said Wilder was worth no more than $12.5 million. Now he's doing his own thing. Joshua got slept, and you still worried about him. You didn't make the Wilder-Joshua fight. You know he was pressing Joshua. Y'all ran from the fight. Y'all ran from $50 million. And then now you're trying to make anyone believe that Wilder is ducking Dillian White and Joshua. Bro, I haven't even heard from a Joshua fan except for LJ and quite some. She like him. She like LJ. LJ like AJ. See, the J family. LJ and AJ sitting in the tree. No, I'm just playing. I ain't even heard a peep from the same, you know, AJ protectors that were here before the Ruiz fight. It's like that's what boxing fans do. Snake stuff. Snakes in the grass. When the grass is cut to snakes to show, I got to thank the little homie Nas for that, though. Saving me the hassle of speaking to half of these bro. The snakes just be in the grass trying not to move, And then if Ruiz gets knocked out, then they're gonna magically appear. It's all too predictable. It's all too predictable. If Ruiz got knocked out, all of a sudden it's the resurgence and the reemergence of people who ain't said nothing since June 1st. I ain't heard none of these from June 1st midnight, June 11:59 or midnight June 2nd, all the way till now. But if Joshua pulls off the victory, then all of a sudden, oh yeah, you bloody yeah, sweet boy, we're not gonna tell you, check it by. Like, stop. If you that bold, say the bold stuff now. Say it before the outcome. If you riding, you riding. Hey yo, Dre, we riding? Like, dudes just pop up. They wait till the outcome and pop up. Oh, yeah, I told you, bloody wanks, you're nothing to me, you proper cunt. Like, chits bollocks. Where's that chats bollocks right now? When you're uncertain if Ruiz is gonna sleep Joshua again. Tell me about the chats bollocks now. They don't want to tell me about chats bollocks now. They want to wait like they do, like cowards. That's what cowards do. When all the shooting finished in the shootout, and then the bad guy got drove back by the real shooters, the real people that popped out bussing. Now they come up. Where are they? Let me at them. I'll shoot you down. Like, stop. Because when everybody was bussing and we was in the shootout, you was hiding behind the bar and not doing nothing. Meanwhile, new media, like Bad Boy, bop, 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 dumping. And now you want to pop back out. Let me at him. Okay, Scrappy Doo. Go back to where you was. Because you wasn't with us. You wasn't with us shooting in the gym. Yeah. Yeah, exactly, man. I'm tired of this stuff, bro. Looking at AJ nipples and pecs. Oh, yes, he's an absolute unit. Oh, yeah, he's a tank. Bro, why you like the fact that AJ buff? Like, what? Dudes just be saying whatever. He's an absolute unit. He's a tank. Wilder's probably on the gear. Like, what? What? Y'all got me. Oh, my God, bro. These dudes crazy, bro. But this is what we love the sport for, huh? They're not even giving fight prediction. They just talking about how Joshua's an absolute unit. Man, Joshua doing interviews in his pajamas now. Bro, Joshua looked like he's seen the light. Like, he look like Kanye now and shit. Like, he's about to do a gospel album. I don't know. I'm kind of worried, bro. He ain't getting no haircut. He look a lot smaller, bro. His head still look the same size, but he look a lot lighter. Yeah, 50 mil. Meet with me. Like, all right. I don't know if he just woke up when he did this interview. Bro, he watching the Ruiz fight, he looked like meet with me. Yeah, bro. He look a lot smaller to me. I'm just being real. He about to drop the Kanye gospel album. Meet with me and the Lord. meet with us at the church. Meet with my pastor. Yeah. Meet with us. Bro, he looks smaller to me. We gonna see. Someone said he has PTSD. Y'all gotta stop, bro. Bro, why does his hair look like Samuel L. Jackson in The Negotiator? That's like, do y'all care about haircuts in the UK? Like, honestly. Anybody from the UK? Chasmine, do y'all like value the haircut? See, that's what I'm saying. This is different cultures. It's different cultures. I be seeing black dudes with like mohawks and, like they taper, be all weird. And do y'all like haircut? This man said we big into it. I don't know. I be seeing some of y'all, the brothers. I don't know, but the white dudes be having cool hair. They be having some cool, you know, it's me. You know, they be having some cool shit. But some of the brothers in the UK, bro, they be like, they be sitting in the chair. What are you having today, mate? Yeah, give me the fuck me up. Excuse me? Yeah, fuck me up, bro. Yeah, bro. They be like, yeah, just fuck my shit up, bro. Give me the bang my shit, bro. Hey, bro, give me the fuck me up. Yeah, I gotta fight, mate. I'm gonna be fighting on Saturday, so just fuck me up. so, hey, bro, you could if you from the United States as a barber, and you could clean house in the UK. You gonna have lines around the corner, bro. I know y'all probably got some dope barbers out there, but why don't y'all celebrities use them? Like, them motherfuckers just be, better put some water on that damn shit. Y'all be like with the pops. Rest in peace to John Witherspoon, but y'all be bang bang. Y'all be having that. Look like spiders having a meeting on his head, bro. Like, y'all be like not tripping and shit. Doing post fight with buckshot, like BDB. Like, y'all just be out there. Yeah, give me the fuck me up, man. Hey, man. Fuck me up. Like, what are you having today? Yeah, jack me up, bro. Give me the jack me up. Fuck my shit up, bro. Like, yeah. Like, maybe y'all can't explain the haircut y'all want. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker be looking like Eddie Munster and shit. Like, why you got my widow's peak looking like motherfucking unicorn and shit? That motherfucker, I look like a black quail. You better stop. I don't know, bro. I don't know. Y'all don't be caring about no haircuts from what I seen. Yeah, man. Like, it's like the taper don't, like, you, like, sometimes I have my hair and I just get a line. You know what I'm saying? Like, just a shape up. That's what we call it. Like, just a shape up. And that'd be cool. But y'all don't even, like, just get a cool line sometimes. You get what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. It's like some of the black dudes, like, they don't know that they're great at hair or something. You have to have, like, I got that, you know, I got that mixed shit. But some people don't know they're great at hair, so they just think, you know, you trying to put what your buddy from Ireland put in his hair, it might be different. You need that lusters. You need that point. You need that pink oil moisturizer. Get a cool cut, man. Yeah, man. I see why some dudes in the UK be feeling the USA, because it's just a different, like, go to New York. Them Dominicans, oh my gosh. Them Dominicans gonna roast you and then cut your hair fly as fuck. They be like, mira, papi, no. Have a seat. No, you need to have a seat, man. Mira, papi. Sit down. What you want? Yeah, the Dominicans in New York, they gonna get that razor blade on y'all, have y'all shit right. Yeah, man, give me a fuck me up, man. I'm going to hell for these jokes, but I'm just saying, like, some of these hairstyles be weird. You gotta do like Idris. Idris, you know, he just got a skin fade. You know, Idris be out here. That's why Idris before he got married, he was fucking bitches, bro. Idris was fucking bitches. I promise. Stringer Bell was in your bit. Oh my god. You know it's in the movie Thor, right? Yeah, Idris was in your bit, bro. Because he had just a basic, you know, bald skin fade. You feel me? He said, yo, not for nothing, Dominicans man, them Dominicans have your shit right. Mira, puppy, have a seat. You don't care about a haircut. They be like, they gonna roast you though. Like, bro, he looked like Black Kevin McAllister. Like, he just literally woke up. Kevin! He in camp mode. Like, see, he trying to be like, he thought he was Timok from Last Dragon. Yeah, just leave it curly right here. Leave this part with the curl. Like, I don't know what, bro. I don't know what that is. Somebody said Eddie. Hey, y'all some crazy ass. Somebody said Eddie cuts his hair. I don't know why that makes me laugh though. That does. Somebody said Eddie cut. Hey, y'all out of control. AJ got lined up with a stapler. You know you wrong, bro. I didn't go that far, bro. Bro, he used that self haircut thing I see on Instagram ads and stuff. Y'all out of control. He said Eddie cuts AJ. He said Eddie. Hey Eddie, man. Before the Ruiz fight, I need me cut. Eddie. Nah, KSI cool because he got just like a regular hairdo, bro. I don't know. Y'all out of control, bro. Haircut with a butter knife. Stop, please. Y'all gotta stop. Eddie. I can't deal with y'all, bro. Yo, y'all gotta stop, man. Y'all need to stop. He said Eddie takes him to Supercut. Yeah, Master Cut is the. Why you say Eddie take? He said Eddie take a Supercuts. Yeah, sports clips and shit. Bro, what? Regis had a bad cut on fight night. I gotta look at it. You know what? Maybe it's this. Sometimes fighters being in hair plug Eddie. He has hair plugs. Oh yeah, because I've seen old pictures and his hair look different. But anyway, listen. Sometimes I think they be in deep in, like you be like super busy and then your event come and you didn't make no appointment. He's like, damn, I can't get in. They booked. That's happened to me. Like I went to cover fights and I just had to thug it out. You know what I'm saying? Because I was like packing and doing stuff. So I didn't make an appointment. And then when I tried to make an appointment, it was too late. And I don't just go to anybody. So I just had to thug it out and be at the fight. Like, hey, Eddie, could I get a haircut? Kennard from Barbershop 2 cuts his hair. I can't listen. I can't deal with y'all right now. Y'all tripping with this, bro. AJ was getting lined up sitting in hydraulic Cadillacs. Can you guys please like calm down just to take? I can't read none of these jokes, man. My face hurt. Yeah, man. Fuck my shit up, bro. Bro. Oh, my bad. You in that 6'4". The barber, the 6'4". Oh shit. Oh my. You said you wanted to part. Oh well, cause you got one, motherfucker. That shit hit them switches. Oh shit. Motherfucker got that Tiny Zeus Lister haircut from the Hulk Hogan movie, No Holds Barred. You got that No Holds Barred. He got that Tiny Zeus. Oh my gosh. Let me show y'all. He said AJ got ego brushing his hair. Nah, y'all out of pocket, bro. Don't play me. I'm gonna show you. This is the UK be having like I be seeing like designs like weird, like is you 6 years old? They be having designs and shit. I'm gonna show you that no holds barred haircut, bro. Debo, you can only get this haircut if you buff as hell, bro. Look, you gotta be hubbed to get that, bro. This man got a bald Z in his head, bro. Look, bro, he the realest out. I would not fight somebody with this, bro. This man got 2 lightning bolt Z's in it. What? It look like the Gatorade logo when they was first trying to design it. This motherfucker got the scarlet letter in his shit. Hey, Hell nah. Bro, he looked like Sergeant Slaughter, the black version. Bargent Blotter. Nah. He out of pocket for that. Hey, Debo was low. Like, he was like really hub out here. Look at Debo, bro. He said, Hogan, nigga, we coming for you. Bro, why was Debo so hub, though? Yeah, Debo out of pocket for this. He was really bigger than Hogan. Debo was out here, bro. I am not fighting no dude with an AD unibrow like this. This dude got a unibrow. Hey, bro, look at that. He got an AD unibrow. Looking crazy with traps. Yeah, I ain't fighting him. I'll never, bro. Look at that unibrow. That nah. He look like Black Gargamel. I ain't fighting that. Look, he look like the Black Gargamel, Charcoal Male. Nah, I ain't fighting him with the AD brow. Nope. He said, "What chain? I got about $250. Shut up, punk. Man, fuck you then, Stanley. Yeah, I can't even. Bro, he was really hub. Remember when he was on Fresh Prince, hella hub, and Carlton went to the hood and hell no. Hey, I love Google, but sometimes you just get like caught into like a wormhole. Like I'm looking at Debo. Who is this? They just be showing you anything on it. Like, who is he? I typed in Tiny Zeus Lister. Who is he? Man, he gotta stop. Hey, I'm really caught in a wormhole. I don't know what this is, like all kinds of weird pictures. Bro, why did they do his eyebrows like this? Bro, it's half missing. You know, that look like a Bob Ross bird. You know when you paint a bird? Bro, why do they have his eyebrow looking like that? Like, where's the rest of it? Like, look, it just got cut off. Like, the last episode of Power. Like, what? Like, you just gonna cut it off right there? And then have it hella long on the other? Man, what? Hey, I gotta go, bro. Debo is tripping. I gotta watch this movie again. Hold on. Please look at this face he's making. Hulk Hogan try not to laugh, bro. Hold on. Y'all must see this. This is action packed. He look crazy as hell, bro. Hogan try not to laugh. I'm so done. I don't remember that part in the movie. He's really tripping. They need to remake that with Cannon Briggs. I know you like that. Pussy. They need to redo No Holds Bar. I'll watch that. I want to see Cannon Briggs in some new movies, bro. Yeah, he was yelling the whole movie. That's a dope movie. I used to love that movie. I gotta watch that again. Oh my! Stop! Y'all gotta stop. Smash the like button. I don't even know why we took that long of a detour on Tiny Zeus Lister. Okay, Hogan doing the most now too. Bro, why? This is the 80s though? This is how people this is the acting. Bro, look at Hogan. He's really tripping. I don't remember none of these scenes, dog. I gotta watch this again. I'm gonna watch this again because I'm not remembering this whole movie. Who is that? Who is that? That motherfucker look like the killer. He looked like he sounded like the killer from Joyride. Anybody ever seen that movie with Paul Walker, Joyride? He looked like he would. That's how I could picture the guy from Joyride. Sound like he was the voice on the radio on that Paul Walker. He's like, yeah, I start by unsnapping your bra, candy cane. Hey, candy cane, are you there? Remember? My dude just said. He said candy cane. Exactly. I'm gonna watch it. That's a good Paul Walker movie. Rest in peace, my dude. He was like, candy cane. She was like, what'd you do to me? I start by unsnapping your raw. Oh, candy cane. That motherfucker sounded hella crazy. That was a good movie. You know what else is a good Paul Walker movie? Slept on. Rest in peace to my dude Paul Walker. Running Scared. Oh, candy cane. Yeah. All right. Hey, I gotta watch these movies. I'm not remembering none of this movie. Like, where's his shirt at? Man, fool, where your shirt at? I don't remember none of this. Running Scared was good. No, Joyride was the one with Candy Cane. Running Scared is good too. That's what I just said though. Candy Cane. When is Canelo gonna fight somebody that we would like to see him fight? Candy Cane. Anyway, back to Dazn. There's gonna be some real serious questions that, like, how do y'all feel? I feel weird that Dazn are releasing that their best fight and their most promoted fight was a novelty fight. That's not weird to you? I know, I seen Money Talks. Mattel wasn't clean neither, you dirty ass white boy. That shit was hella funny. Victor Moan Jr. Coming to you live. I just feel that's weird, bro. Your best fight was a fight with YouTubers. What does that say for the rest of your imprint? Like, Nonito Donaire Inoue Inoue was a dope fight. And then it took a back seat and got overshadowed by some YouTube. I don't know, man. I really don't like how that feels. Like, and I'm not even mad at Logan Paul, KSI. Like I said, it was the most entertaining fight on the card. But I feel like Dazn and Eddie Hearn and, you know, a lot of people, they sold us out. They sold boxing out, bro. I really feel like that. Because you got Canelo out here looking crazy. It's not even just that he did under, it's that the company, what does that say about them? They put the YouTube fight into full launch. Like, we all in with this one, and was like really trying to promote and really trying to make sure this particular fight does well. Like, they really was like went into overdrive to promote this. And it's like, man, what about buying pay-per-view? Like, because you have to understand, this was just something random that came across a desk and Eddie Hearn and, you know, kind of came into fruition. But the original mission, I thought, was boxing and Bellator. Man, I don't know. They talking about it benefits boxing, but I don't want to see a bunch of YouTube fights. You know what I'm saying? Like, what is this going to be? Because you had the most success with that. Is that what you're going to become? You know? Like, are you going to just do, Jake Paul and try to push for a trilogy? Like, who? I don't know, man. I guess we have to wait and see. But it's just offensive that you don't promote none of your other fights like that. And realistically, I'm not hating, but it wasn't no like legendary stuff like that. Like people are talking about it right now because it's still hot. It just happened, I guess. But it ain't no, you don't put that up there with Maurice Hooker, Jose Ramirez. Them guys was actually throwing punches with crazy technique, and you can't put it up there with nothing. There's no fight that I named earlier on my top list that fight would beat. If you really look at it, see, this is how I know people the double standard. I know people be on bullshit because some of these same media people, some of these same fans from boxing. Now I'm not talking about the YouTubers who wanted to see it, but same all the time boxing media found a way and tried to justify this. But then when they speak their thoughts on like Tank versus Gamboa, they'll have something to say like, oh, why is Tank fighting Gamboa? Bro, at least that's a gold medalist. This is Tank's first fight at 135, and he's fighting a gold medalist. But they be caping for two YouTubers to fight. You really think that Tank Gamboa is going to end less sensationally than KSI Logan Paul? So it's like, how could we settle for KSI Logan Paul and based on the event and, okay, they did better than some people thought, give that a bunch more credit than really what it was. Like, okay, for example, people say Mayweather Pacquiao was a letdown. Oh, boxing is done. I'm done with boxing because Mayweather Pacquiao. That was better than Mayweather Pacquiao? Two actual pro fighters? Is this what boxing has come to? Like, honestly, y'all thought that was better than, like, I didn't have a problem with when I seen the fight, it is. It was only 6 rounds. But you really tell me, like, you rather see, bro, a 6-round fight instead of a 12-round fight with actual fighter? Like, come on, bro. Come on, bro. They got y'all 6 rounds, and it was sloppy in parts, weird with the reffing. Like, was it real? You know what I'm saying? Like, did it really crescendo into like just crazy? Like, nobody even got knocked down like crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, when Brazil, I was at that fight, but when Brazil got knocked out by Wilder, that was like crazy. Was it better than Canelo Kovalev? I don't know what y'all think. I thought Canelo Kovalev was pretty boring, to be honest. It really was. Like, I was not like, I said this earlier. KSI looked like he wanted it more than Kovalev. So I that's not really a good comparison to me because I thought Canelo Kovalev was trash. And it looked fake as FAF. So I don't think that's a good comparison, personally. I don't consider Canelo Kovalev no epic fight. Nonito Donaire and Inoue, okay, that's different. They was throwing heat. Wilder Brazil knockout, okay, that was some crucial stuff right there. Yeah, so I personally think KSI tried. He gave the appearance that he was hungrier and trying harder, and Logan Paul than Kovalev. Kovalev, all of a sudden, for the first time, he looked all meek and all that. Come on, bro. Why wasn't B-Hop hating on the YouTuber fight? Because he already spent all his hate on the Conor McGregor Mayweather fight because he had nothing to do with it. Bro, let's just call boxing what it is. Hypocrisy with a lot of y'all. See, I stay true. I stay loyal to my soil, and I stay true. If I say, like, me, I didn't make no big fuss and say boxing is ruined by Mayweather McGregor. And that was actually 2 pro fighters. I didn't even say it with KSI Logan Paul. I said, I don't know. I don't know how it's going to end up. But we'll find out. And then after the fight, I said, I'm not even mad at them. They made money. That's cool. They played the game. But, that, bro, the more I think about it, the more I don't think it helped boxing at all. That was just some cover to do a money grab. Because what did it do for boxing? Jake Paul and Shannon Briggs is blaming Eddie Hearn, blaming the commission. Jake Paul, Logan Paul, they said they're going to petition the CSAC. Jake Paul said boxing is rigged and KSI eating dinner or going to Lakers games with Dazn, and this was foregone. You know what I'm saying? Like, how does that benefit boxing? The two boxers on the card, the main ones that people want to see, Billy Joe and Devin Haney, it wasn't their best performance. You know, Devin Haney did his thing, but his opponent wasn't the right type of guy. I mean, what Logan Paul said don't make sense. Listen, I make too much sense for this game. Logan Paul said it was fixed for KSI, and then he cites the 2-point deduction. But that doesn't even, just really analyze this. That doesn't even make sense. How could it be fixed? Do you know what the definition of fixed, like a fixed fight would be? Something that was like rigged against you is like a foregone conclusion. So you getting deducted a point for holding someone at the back of the head while you use your other hand to uppercut, plus hitting a downed opponent, you could have prevented that by not doing it. So how is it fixed when you actually fouled and you had an infraction that was against the rules? That doesn't even make sense. How can it be fixed against you when you did what got you the point deduction? That's like me being at a job and sexually harassing a chick, so they fire me for sexual harassment, and I say, oh, it was fixed. But I sexually harassed a chick on some Me Too shit. How's it fixed? They just wanted to get rid of me. No, you was out there on your Cosby. You would like to put the pudding and put Jello in the put, like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. The more I think about it, the more I don't see how it really did anything beneficial for boxing. And the other thing is this, like, I think people were more, like, boxing is an emotional sport. And now that we've had some time to think about it, I think people were more caught up on the backstory, you know, and who it was. And it was two YouTubers we didn't know was going to happen. And you're like, okay, that wasn't that bad. So people actually became empathetic with the fight. But now the more I think about it, it wasn't no crazy fight like that. It wasn't no crazy, like I seen someone like badly hurt. Like it really wasn't. You know, it wasn't the worst fight I seen either. You know, like Robert Easter and Rancis Bartholomew was atrocious. So it was better than fights like that for sure, because their styles didn't gel well. I didn't like it. You know, I just wasn't a fan of Robert Easter versus Rancis Bartholomew. Those two styles didn't mesh at all. That's probably one of my worst fights this year. You know, so it's not the worst fight I've seen, but again, it's like, it reminds me of people who score fights, and when someone's getting their ass whooped for most of the fight, and then they show a little bit of sign of life, but not necessarily enough sign of life to win the round. Some people, because boxing is emotional, they'll give that person a round just because they did better than they have in the previous 7 rounds. And that's what I kind of feel. I feel now that I'm thinking about it, I kind of feel people are settling because it wasn't something that like all the way embarrassed boxing or whatever. But now I'm thinking about it, I'm like, that was a 6-round fight. That was a 6-round fight. They still managed to have some controversy in it. And we seen 2 like light knockdowns. One didn't even get count. Like, it wasn't, I don't know. The more I think about it, it wasn't nothing like for boxing standard. It was cool for where they're at, for their learning curve, you know, but I just don't see it as being nothing like electrified, like Mayweather Gotti, Mayweather Hatton, Diego Corrales, Castillo, like any fight. I mean, Tim Bradley. It's just not nothing epic like that. It was just kind of there. You get what I'm saying? It wasn't like clean work or nothing like that. It was just something to do. Manny versus Horn. That was actually good. Manny versus Horn was surprisingly good. See, I just keep it real, yo. But anyway, beyond this, the fight's over. My thing is, what is the end game? Like, like, Anthony Joshua's fighting Andy Ruiz. So is DAZN going to go ham like they did with KSI Logan Paul? Or are they just going to have like, oh, here's a Sylvester Stallone special. Check this out and do minimal promotion like they've done for their other fights? Like, I don't understand. Like, to me, I don't know. I don't like what that represents. I just feel like it represents you're in boxing for money. I really feel that way. Because you felt you could make $1 and capitalize off these kids with these fan bases and them helping promote it. So you tried to like go crazy on that fight in a way that you've never, ever promoted any other fight. Like DAZN's literal mantra is 100 fights, 100 nights or something like that. So for 99 other real, true boxing, been boxing all our life fights, I have never seen them promote that heavily. But then the one that's the novelty fight, the two YouTuber fight, you try to go ham like that. That means, I don't know. I just don't like that. I just feel like you're not respecting boxing. You're not respecting boxing. Not that you put it on only, but that you don't seem to care this much for actual good fights and go the extra mile like you went with that. Like they literally, I was on DAZN Twitter. It was like face off, KSI Logan Paul. Oh, Logan Paul, he was on the red carpet. KSI was being interviewed, and Logan Paul's like reached his head over and he's like, "You're a pussy." They was like documenting every little thing that was happening. I'm like, damn, they're like really boosting this. Like this is the real fight. And then Nonito Donaire, obviously a far better fight with two skilled tactical fighters and technicians. You didn't even really hear about no promo for it. I don't like what that represents, and I don't think that aspect of it helps boxing. And then, like I said, for Eddie Hearn to be constantly in other people's business, like Wilder, I just don't think these things are a good thing. Wilder will only do 150,000. We gonna see. Because Eddie Hearn seems to get it wrong quite often. He said Tyson Fury and Wilder wouldn't fight last year, and they did. So we gonna see. Anyway, that's all I really have to say. Y'all got any questions for me? Eddie wants money, but he's doing it all wrong. Yeah, I mean, you got to understand different markets. Whatever you do in the UK, like I feel like Eddie's used to the UK traffic and the crowd, and he says stuff, and him beefing with Frank Warren. The UK might like all that, but America's different. With like even the matchmaking, we don't want to see Liam versus Scarf. They have an undercover brother sequel. Nah, I ain't seen that. They're hella late on that to do a rematch. Like, who is Scarf, bro? I just don't understand it. Like, Eddie Hearn is constantly. Oh, it's already out? Is it out or is it coming out? How is Eddie Hearn constantly talking about other people's event and don't say nothing about half of the events that he got going on? Oh, Michael Jai White's in it? Yeah, that sounds weird. They just be making whatever. Eddie Hearn has declared KSI Logan Paul was the most viewed live fight that DAZN has ever put out so far. He also said it did more buys than any other UK pay-per-view this year, including Joshua Ruiz. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. He says in the UK, KSI Logan Paul did better. But they're not saying the number, so I don't know. I don't know how great. It don't sound like it did 1 million. He said embarrassing. Bro, that's what I'm saying. That's embarrassing to me. That's embarrassing. I don't care, bro. That's embarrassing. Y'all can say whatever. Imagine. Okay, what do you think people would say if Fox Sport was known for Cinderella versus Snow White? You know, if they just had like a novelty fight like that, you know, Big Bird versus Barney, apples and bananas. You know what I'm saying? Battle the Muppets or some shit. Like, and Fox, out of all the fights they put, Errol Spence, Porter, Deontay Wilder versus and then Barney versus Big Bird out. So like that's crazy. That's crazy. You know, 50 Cent versus Ja Rule was their biggest fight. Like, I don't know, bro. That don't sound right to me. You can say whatever you want about me. That just don't sound right. You're like, yes, we broke a record. 50 Cent versus Ja Rule has taken us over the top. Or, you know, what if Showtime's biggest fight was Chris Brown, Soulja Boy? I really want to like Breezy and Soulja Boy beat Floyd? Like that, I don't know, bro. Hey, they trapped on the app, yo. I can't picture it. I can't. Can you picture Chris Brown and Soulja Boy? They got fan base. You know what's here for? I can't picture it. Can you imagine Chris Brown and Soulja Boy like beating Mayweather versus anybody? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Y'all out of pocket. He said, I want to see Kermit beat Gonzo. That makes you look like I don't know. To me, it makes you look like the laughing stock. Like, why? Okay, put it this way. My thing is this. Why can't you make your other fight hits like this? I guess that's what it kind of boils down to. Does that make sense? How come none of your fights are successful like this? That's what I think that's the best way to put it. That's what bothers me, I guess, is like 100 fights, 100 nights, and you can't make 99 of them successful. And the one you make successful, the people who are already successful. That, to me, then you trash. That's how I look at it. The one fight that allegedly breaks all the viewing patterns, but we haven't even seen if it trumped what the first fight did, because they will not refuse. They refuse to put out numbers. I just feel like the one fight. So you basically your best fight is the fight that the two main people already had a big audience that wasn't even into boxing. They had an audience before. Like, that's weird to me. That's really weird. It'd be one thing if it was like Mayweather had an audience and Canelo had an audience, two boxers. But you had two people that had established audiences outside of boxing before they even decided to box. And that's out of 100 fights in a year, that's the one you made pop. Not Alexander Povetkin versus Joshua. You know, not Canelo Fielding, Canelo Jacobs, Canelo Kovalev. That was supposed to be a huge legacy fight. He got outdone by the YouTubers. I don't know. I just can't picture Chris Brown, Soulja Boy outdoing Floyd. I really can't. Or Wilder or anybody else. And see, here's the other thing. This man, Dazn, I think they've had some blunders. They're gonna have to rescale, like restructure or something. Because here's the other thing. How come the fight didn't do better? Errol Spence, Sean Porter. You know, why didn't it do better than that? The Staples Center was the same venue for both, and it's on record that they had the 300 section closed off, and it's already public knowledge that the attendance for that fight at the Staple was lesser. So that's my thing. That's what it just goes to show you. You did, like, this makes DAZN look bad. I don't care what anybody says. The more I think about it, it just makes it look bad, bro. No pay-per-view. You gave them $1 million apiece. You gave Devin Haney $1 million. You gave Billy Joe Sanders $750K. Their fights didn't bring the audience. It was KSI and Logan Paul that brought the audience. Bro, you've already spent on your card millions of dollars with no pay-per-view. and did less than an actual pay-per-view that turned in more seats and actually did, from what I'm assuming, more views, since you haven't come out with the number. And even if it did lesser views, it did less views at a higher price point. Errol Spence versus Sean Porter, $80 or whatever. So it could do 350,000 at $80. $80 versus 10, that's 8 times. You know, that's like 8 times. You're making a lot more off rip. You know, even if it's the $20 price point, it's still like 4 times, you know, still 4 times greater. One Errol Spence Sean Porter pay-per-view, it would take 4 at the $20 price point to equal the $80. That's not good to me. And then the week before you had, bro, they have to be hemorrhaging money. I don't see anything else. He said Shannon Sharp versus Stephen A. Smith. LeBron James. Yeah, bro. There's no way. You're paying Canelo $35 million for a fight and he did less than YouTubers? Bro, this math don't make sense, bro. Listen, on record, they gave Logan Paul and KSI $900K. So we'll round up to $1 million. That's $2 million. You're giving, how does this math make sense? You gave Canelo $35 million to do less than Logan Paul. This don't make no sense, bro. This don't make no sense. You know it don't make sense, bro. The end is near for old media. This don't make sense. So you're giving Canelo way more money to do less than 2 YouTubers. Nah, Icy, you know what I'm saying. Icy, this makes sense. Bro, you gave 1.8 million to 2 YouTubers. Fine. And they did better numbers than Canelo. And you're giving Canelo $35 million. Bro, you're giving Canelo $30 million more dollars over that. You know, I'm just doing lazy math. Over that. To do worse than 2 YouTubers that you only had to get for $2 million. That's like going to a barber shop, right? And one guy charges you $2,500 for a haircut, and then you get a better haircut by one of the Dominican barbers in New York right around the street, and he only charged you $25. So you had one guy charged you $25 for the haircut. He said, "Oh, I heard you're a famous YouTuber. That haircut's going to be $2,500." But then you can get a better haircut for $25 around the corner. That's horrible business. Hey, Kane, you out of pocket, bro. He said Stephen A. Smith versus Barber. And then you paying Golovkin to fight just anybody. Bon Jovi, you know, Lou Rawls, you know, Beck. Remember the singer? I'm a loser, baby, so why don't you kill me? Soy un perdedor. I'm a loser, baby. You just got Triple G fighting anybody, bro. Cookie Monster. Cookie, yeah, bro. Triple G would just fight anybody. Like, he don't even care, bro. The Wendy's logo. And the motherfucker, that little girl with the red hair. Yeah, no, I can't get Canelo fight a redhead at Wendy's. Like, this motherfucker just fighting anybody with red hair. He can get it. Carrot Top. Wendy's. You know what I'm saying? Ed Sheeran, bro. He fighting anybody with red hair. You can't get Canelo. He said Triple G versus B-Rad from Malibu's Most Wanted. Stop. Yeah, this is Triple G versus Juliette Lewis. Like, they don't even care, bro. Dazn spending money like Pablo Escobar. They said he wanted to heat himself up, so he burned like $60 million to stay warm or something. That's a Dazn. They just, bro, that doesn't even, something don't make sense. You paid Canelo $35 million, but for $2 million, you got X amount of value and more viewership from 2 YouTubers. How does that make sense? You're paying, tell me the math makes sense. So, bro, Dazn look bad, bro. There's no way. I'm trying my best and y'all ain't helping me to think of no other way. You pay Golovkin. They said, okay, bro, I'm not stupid, bro. Yeah, he said their priorities are screwed. Bro, there's no way. There's absolutely. Okay, Canelo got $35 million for Jacobs, they said, and Kovalev. That's $70 million. Plus, let's say 14 for Rocky Fielding. It was somewhere around that. You've given Canelo $84 million. Triple G fought Steve Rolls, and they said he got 13 to 15 or something. So I'll just say 15 twice, which is 30. In 3 Canelo fights and 2 Golovkin fights that none of them have been epic, except for Derevyanchenko was a good fight, but it wasn't an epic event where everyone was like, oh, it turned out to be a good fight. You've given in 5 fights roughly the main event, like you get, not including Jacobs and the opponents, you gave Triple G and Canelo $115 basic, $115 million, according to these numbers. That, bro, something is not right with that. And in one fight, KSI and Logan Paul does better than any Triple G fight. He has 2 on the platform. Any Canelo fight, he has 3 on the platform. Any Donaire or World Boxing Super Series fight, and you only paid $900K for both of them, which is $1.8 million. That don't, what? So it took 5 Canelo and Golovkin fights valued at $115 million, not including their opponents like Jacobs, who got $12 million, Kovalev, who got $12 million. That's another $24 million, right? Not including, Steve Rolls, whatever he came for, Derevyanchenko, right? Rocky Fielding, not including them, but you gave just for Canelo and Triple G $115 million for their appearances on DAZN. And then now you got 2 YouTubers who had a fan base. You should have thought of this all along then. You should have thought of this all along, because they came for $900 apiece. That's what it says. So 900, I ain't the smartest, brother. 900, that's $1.8 million. So for $1.8 million, KSI and Logan Paul did what Triple G and Canelo couldn't do with that high of a salary in 5 fights between the 2 of them. Wow. Good luck with that. Good luck with that. He said Brewster's millions. Good luck with that. And then on top of that, KSI and Logan Paul were actually motivated and actively promoting the fight, getting millions of views on their channel, to build up the fight. Canelo, what's he even doing to build up the fight? Posting on Instagram a couple pictures and shit. He didn't do nothing. That's crazy. But if you can keep doing it, then fuck it, do it. But that math don't make sense to me. And then DAZN, it don't seem right, because KSI and Logan Paul, they posted all the fight week stuff. Like, it wasn't. Okay. Just explain this to me. Listen, I'm bodying old media so much. If someone can explain this to me, I'll drop it. Deal? Smash the like button. You guys could look up everything I'm saying. Listen. This is such a horrific game plan, or whatever, from the outside looking in. Such a horrific game plan, because your amount of drop off for doing a gimmick like this and a novelty fight with people who aren't vested in real sports, vested in boxing, vested in Bellator, is going to be insane, to the point where I feel like it's a false number. You know what I'm saying? Like, your number is going to maybe shoot up for the fight, but now that it's over, how many people are going to not stay subscribed, or try to get charged for a second month and dispute it and things like that? Because clearly people came for these 2, whatever the number was, but some people came for them. Doesn't seem like a lot of them were interested long term in boxing and Bellator and Pat McCaffrey show or what, McAfee or whatever dude's name is, stuff like that, because they would have already been on the platform if that's what their interest. So you just really did a money grab openly and with no mercy. You know what I'm saying? Just to try to alleviate some of the deficit, But I just don't see how that's not really much of a long-term plan. And then in the process, you sold out boxing. So now your hardcore fans that would be there for the long run, some of them feel burnt. It's just a slippery slope to me. Now your real boxing fan, Abner Mades, I mean, he's not signed to them or nothing, but he spoke out and he said, man, this is just wrong. I worked my whole life to get paid what I'm getting paid. And, they kind of made a mockery of it with this. And a lot of people feel that way. I talked to trainers and seen them and follow some of them. So, so you kind of damage your credibility. You damage your credibility in the process of the money grab. So kind of hope it was worth it. And then, like I said, long term, what's your drop off going to be? You think people are going to, how many people are going to stay right around the holidays beyond December 7th? That's Joshua Ruiz. That's the next big thing, So I just feel like you're going to, it's like a false positive. Like, oh yeah, we did great. And then it's going to be a lot of people that were there really just for Logan Paul KSI. And then the other thing is this, Dazn, there's no order to it. They had KSI and Logan Paul, who had built-in fan bases, got their fight on there, and then KSI, Logan Paul used their YouTube channels to help promote the fight and did better on their personal YouTube pages, showing the weigh-in, showing the 40 days, in the same programming that was on Dazn. So you're a subscription. Now KSI and Logan Paul go back to their YouTubes where it's free, and you're a paid site. If they ever want to watch 40 days again, they could go to KSI's page. They can go to Logan Paul's page and watch the weigh-in again. They don't need your app. This is a dumb game plan. Am I the only one that sees this? So this particular fight, let's say it has an incline and a spike. Now the content, because you didn't make some kind of written deal with KSI and Logan Paul that you have to be the ones to show all the content. You got the Dazn's YouTube got the highlights of the fight, and between Dazn's YouTube and KSI's YouTube and Logan Paul's YouTube, they all got the 40 days. They all have the weigh-in, and to top that off, to boot, KSI and Logan Paul have a bigger fan base than Dazn, so they have made way more views and monetized views from their YouTube channel than Dazn did. That's insane, bro. Smart business would be, hey, I know you guys are famous YouTubers, but if you're going to be on my network, you guys can't air the weigh-in because we can't have anyone out there. Imagine, when have you ever seen Deontay Wilder stream the weigh-in on his own personal account that has 20 million followers and get better viewership than Fox? Bro, this is idiotic. There's no other way to put it, bro. This is idiotic, bro. They got more views on their YouTube channel than you do. They got more views than you do. And you got a nickel and dime string together a bunch of videos. Look. This is Dazn. Look, Dazn's YouTube. Logan Paul prepared. This is just random stuff. Logan Paul, he got 80. Dazn USA got 80,000 views, 484,000. Right? So I'm just showing you some of the programming that's on. But then when I type in Logan Paul, his documentation of the fight. Look, Logan Paul, countdown to KSI. He got 9.6 million. You see how it says Logan Paul underneath? 9.6 million views. My final message to KSI, 5.2 million. KSI weigh-in, 1.4 million. Bro. Oh, look, there's me. Look, I'm right underneath this. Yeah. I'm about to get paid then. Look, they got me right underneath it. Yeah. You know who about to get paid. Okay. You know, and I don't even know about Jake Paul. He might have showed the weigh-in too. You know, so in business, in the retail world, we call that double dipping. We call that double dipping. Look, this is KSI's YouTube. This is KSI's YouTube. KSI Logan Paul 2 weigh-in, 3.9 million views. KSI Logan Paul rewatch, 8 million views. 3.4 million views. Bro, they got more views than Dazn got on this stuff. But look at KSI. Who's live streaming they showing? Me, that's who. We gonna get some good ads on this. Okay. Look, you see? They showing. What the fuck? I just don't see how that's smart business. You got them out grinding the broadcaster and getting paid from the broadcaster. Bro, look. This is KSI's page, bro. He streamed a 4-hour the 4-hour countdown, the same one from Dazn, and it's 9.9 million views. 3.9 million views. The final press con, 4.7 million views. Why wouldn't you catch that? Look. Hey, these boys is smart. 5.4 million views, his walkout song. 8 million views, the 40 Days Part 2. 7.2 million views, 40 days. Bro, this is the 40 days. 3.4. Look. Hold on. Look, I can't show you for copyright reasons. This is the literal episode, Why I'm Beating Logan Paul. 7.2 million views. Bro, he got more views than Dazn YouTube. That's embarrassing, bro. So they cleaned up nicely. Shout out to the YouTubers. Double dip. Get your money. I respect that. I like that. So anyway, like I said, long term, what does this do for Dazn? So okay, you got whatever attention you got from it. They got even more attention on their channels. They go off to their endeavors. KSI said he doesn't want another trilogy with Jake Paul or Logan Paul. And now their fan base leaves you. Unless now they're newfound Devin Haney and Billy Joe Saunders, who look terrible, fight fans. What do you need the Dazn app for if you can watch, along with 9.9 million other people that watched on KSI's page, the same 40-day episode? You don't need the app, bro. It's just not making sense to me. Y'all got to make this stuff make sense. What do this, and Dazn has this problem even before this. Dazn keeps airing the 40 days on their YouTube. What is exclusive about Dazn outside of the actual fight only? They said all this access to exclusive content. How is it exclusive content if it's on your YouTube for free? If it's on KSI's YouTube, Logan Paul's YouTube? Just explain that to me. I'll listen. KSI and Logan Paul might be better off with Dazn. Bro, they could have definitely did this themselves. They definitely could have did this themselves. And maybe they do in the third one. If they do a third one, I don't know. But what do you need the app for? Which is what you would imagine they would need long-term subscribers. He said, well, you see what had happened was, it doesn't make sense to me. You know, and I don't see nobody coming up with a clarification. What do you need the app for if you can find the exclusive content? I've always said this with Dazn. Like, you can literally find it on YouTube for free. What? Okay, so part of the when Dazn first came out, they said, "Oh, rewatch the fights in archive fights." All them archive old De La Hoya fights and shit, you could find that on YouTube since YouTube began. And then as far as the newer fights, look, DAZN's YouTube. Full fight, Ryan Garcia versus Romero Duno. Full fight. They're showing the full fight on YouTube. So once again, how are you encouraging long-term subscribers when your exclusive content is readily available for free on YouTube? They stream the weigh-in, they stream the final press conference, they stream the actual undercard of the fight. Meanwhile, Wilder versus Ortiz, they're streaming the final press conference, they're streaming the media workout, they're streaming the weigh-in with the intent that hypes you up with their other shoulder programming to purchase the pay-per-view. See how that kind of see, sometimes people do stuff and it's like they just copy, but you have to know why you're doing it. Like HBO boxing, they would put highlights up. Canelo Triple G or whatever, highlights. Fox, PBC, they put highlights up. Sometimes they put the full fight up. But again, they're showing the weigh-in and all that to build excitement and anticipation. So you buy a ticket to the fight. So you buy the pay-per-view. DAZN is wanting you to be trapped on the app with them, but their content that is supposed to be exclusive is available for free on YouTube. Majority of it, except for maybe Canelo Kovalev whole fight. Look, bro, this is looking suspect, bro. Look. They got Sergey Kovalev post-fight interview, the full card highlights from Canelo Kovalev, 22 minutes. Canelo Alvarez reacting to this, right? And they got highlights from Canelo Kovalev. Bro, what? He said DAZN is like Movie Pass. Whatever. We're going to find out what they like. I just don't understand the vision. It's just, they've been out long enough. It don't make sense. None of the numbers are coming out. That's not a good sign. And see, why are people angry and mad and old media? Oh, he's hating. But y'all said worse than this when PBC came out. Am I lying? They said Al Heyman overspending. Al Heyman's losing money. PBC, they doing time slots. PBC's paying too much for elaborate ring entrances. It looks like a game show. PBC spending too much money and giving the fighters too much money. Y'all criticized all this with PBC in 2015. Waddell and Reed, the investors are mad because they ain't made no money back. They're doing time by. Bro, you guys did all this stuff, right? How can they afford this? They'll be out of business in a year. And DAZN is out here like Pablo Escobar, way worse spending habits that don't even make sense. And old media ain't saying nothing. He said Eddie said it himself. Bro, anyone can see it. Their spending habits have been worse than anybody. Top Rank, PBC, Rock Nation, anybody, SMS promote. I ain't seen nobody with these spending habits. Like, even if you pay Golovkin $15 million, I'm not mad. Give him $15 million. But give him $15 million for Andrade. You giving him $50 million for Steve Rose. Steve Rose? Okay. We gonna see. And then now you trying to force feed us Canelo Golovkin 3? Okay. We gonna see. Bro, I promise you that. We gonna see. We gonna see who makes sense in the end. I can't wait, bro. I cannot wait. Yes, I cannot wait. Keep doing what the fans keep telling you they don't want. Oh, I'm going after Legacy fighting Kovalev. Okay, keep doing that. Don't fight Andre. Don't fight Charlo. Don't fight Better Biev, even though your team said he's easier than Kovalev. Okay. Don't fight Caleb Smith. Keep doing it. Keep making these decisions. We gonna see. I can't wait. Either you gonna listen straight like this. Either you are going to change and conform to new media and the stuff we're saying that the fans are desiring, or bye the zone views. There's no way I could see out of Benavidez, Zordo Ramirez. Yeah, don't fight him on Mexican holidays. Keep doing this. Keep putting Triple G in there with Beetlejuice and random people. You're just getting your spot definitely taken by the Shakur Stevensons, the Terrence Crawfords, Lomachenko, Tank Davis, definitely Wilder, Errol Spence when he comes back, and, Pacquiao's still around, bro. Good luck. Good luck. And the more I think about like pay-per-view, there's a reason it's always been the formula that worked. It's a reason UFC's still doing it. There's a reason that Canelo had to stand down to a pay-per-view. Bro, Dazn has made a mockery of boxing. They need some serious, life. They're on life support to me. They need some serious changes. I'm not being harsh. I'm being real. They need some real serious changes in boxing. Bro, after Joshua Ruiz, what? People see the way Canelo and Golden Boy move and, judges and weird stuff happening, all of his fighting, bro. Keep doing it. People get fed up with that. Better Biev is fighting real competition. Top Rank put him in there with real competition, and he living like a king. Top Rank put Jose Ramirez in with real competition, and he won. So these guys keep going on. I want to see Jose Ramirez versus Broner. I want to see Jose Ramirez versus Josh Taylor, or even Regis Prograis. Keep doing it and keep putting Triple G in them and paying them crazy and putting them in there with people where, it's just mandatory. All right, it's going to be mandatory that I don't watch it. I told you, there's strength in numbers, and this is the American market, my market, new media market. So good luck with that. That's all I got to say. I don't wish nothing bad on nobody, but good luck with that. And keep saying, Canelo's the face of boxing. We going to see. Canelo, the thing that's unbelievable is all this stuff I'm saying, mark it down, put a playlist to it so you have it, and then watch. Just watch. Canelo will and cannot remain I don't think he's the A-side right now. I mean, I'm not going to say he's not A-side. He's not the face of boxing. He's not doing the face of boxing type of events. But it's definitely only going to get worse if they try to keep force-feeding what they want to do. Tiptoeing around the real competition, making Canelo Triple G3. They had their chance. They should have did Canelo Triple G3 this year. But they couldn't get Canelo to budge. Now we all watch Golovkin in shambles versus Derevyanchenko. Who's really eager to see that right now? If anything, Triple G should be forced to have to fight Derevyanchenko again. That's the guy who really beat him. I thought hand over heart, I thought Derevyanchenko did better than Jacobs and Canelo. Maybe it was what Jacobs did plus what Canelo did in two fights that, softened Golovkin up. You could say something like that. But Derevyanchenko had the most convincing victory when it was all said and done over Golovkin. And you're not getting a rematch? Okay. But Joshua got a rematch Ruiz. Bro, they got this shit backwards, bro. Joshua, if anybody, should sit down and fight, Emmanuel Char or somebody that he gonna knock out. Because they just making weird moves. Because this could be the end of the road. If Joshua loses again bad, that hurts him worse. Triple G is a champion. He should be made to defend, You could rebuild Joshua, but not like this. You're putting Joshua in a do or die situation. And DAZN fighters need to see this. Look at what your own promoter is putting you through. Look at what your own network is putting you through. Money's cool, but that money's gonna dry up if you keep losing. Ain't no fighter in America or in the history of the sport kept taking bad losses and their purses got bigger. So good luck with that, bro. They not serving your best interest doing stuff like that. Joshua should take some tune-up, first of all, take time off, not be made to fight Ruiz within 4 months, and hopefully he can change, and then try to rematch him later. But they so scared that PBC gonna get all them belts, which they're about to, if Ruiz wins again, that they jumped the gun and they made it. Joshua really needs to decide if he has the right team, if he has the right mindset, if he, get the cobwebs out. But he's not being afforded that. He had to go right back into the fire and hope he can get it done. Man, I'm picking Ruiz, bro. It's only how much you gonna learn in 4 months. I'm not saying it's impossible. Joshua, he's a good fighter. He has some attributes, but from what I've seen, he gave me no reason to believe that Ruiz was not the superior fighter. So, if he was nervous in America, it don't matter if it's happening in Saudi Arabia. This is the guy that beat you, and you're not from Saudi Arabia either. So, I don't know. I don't know what Joshua will show up. This might be some David Price, Tony Thompson stuff. Shout out to Sterling Patterson. He said, with pay-per-view, there's no cap on revenue. I don't know what DAZN was thinking. Bro, I don't know the game plan either. Straight like that. I don't. Like Wilder. What if Wilder Ortiz did better than you thought? What if it did like 700,000? That means Wilder and PBC would be eaten, and Luis Ortiz would be eaten from that, right? Duh, 650, 700, and then that's gonna make Canelo look horrible if they did anything like that, because those numbers are harder to come by in today's market. Man, y'all got to support that Wilder fight. I'm curious. I want to do this. I want this to be a new media experiment. Support. Wilder standing up for us with the franchise champion said, I'm not into that. Support. I'm curious. I want to see if we all band together and buy this fight. This is a knockout artist, so it's probably not going to go the distance. Luis Ortiz is a beast. Nobody else wants to fight him. If we all band together, I'm super curious. I know some of y'all might stream fights, but buy this one. I want to make this one work. I want to make it do it. I'm going to make it do what it do, baby. And I'm curious. Buy the standard definition. Buy the HD. I'm curious. We're going to prove a lot of people wrong with this. We're going to correct boxing. And then if Wilder, based on his attitude, hopefully he doesn't change. But if he keeps doing what he's doing, then we should get good fights. If Ruiz wins, he sounds like he's down to fight Wilder. Wilder said he's down to fight Ruiz. We might got something if he beats Ortiz and then beats Tyson Fury. Or if Tyson Fury goes to MMA or something. I'm curious. I'm super curious about this. He said, we buying, bro. Yeah, I need y'all to do it. Don't just say you're going to do it. Really do it. I want to show you the venture I told you I set out to do, to clean up boxing and to destroy old media. I've been fulfilling that. Let's go. I'm going to be covering the fight to give y'all maximum. Bro, we going to see. And like Canelo, he's supposed to be the face of boxing. He's not even personable. Nobody from YouTube that I even seen that has popular channels was allowed in his camp, or you can't. Boxing is not like that, bro. You can't alienate yourself from like the public. I went to Floyd Mayweather, who's bigger than Canelo. I went to Floyd Mayweather's daughter's 16th birthday party. They had Future performing. Drake was performing. Kevin Gates was there. See, y'all don't know that I've been in the game. Tank was there. All the Mayweather promotions. Latondra was there. Jay Leon. They were always there. They had Drake performing, bro. Floyd was there. He bought his daughter a car, like a G-Wagon or something. It was lit. Canelo's like super isolated. Nobody, gets to him but his inner circle. And, Wilder's opening his camp to Blue Blood Sports TV because they have developed a relationship, a rapport. He opened his camp to Barbershop Conversations, to the Boxing Voice. These are people's champion type of moves. And these are the things that connect you with the person. You look at Jorge Masvidal, right? Masvidal got a YouTube channel that he's actively using, giving insight. People can't roll around with him through the streets of Miami, but he can do that. I thought Masvidal did a great job. I subscribed to his YouTube. I didn't even know he had one until this Nate Diaz fight. But I started watching his video. Bro, it's a hustle. Just like this boxing stuff. That's why there's channels that are bigger than mine. But when I go to the fights, they know me. They be taking pictures of me and all types of stuff. I'm headed to Shreveport today to see Kevin Gates in concert. I'm hyped. Enjoy, man. Be safe. He shout out to Kevin Gates. He lost a lot of weight, bro. When I seen him at that Mayweather daughter party, he was a lot bigger, and then he got out and started fucking with his fitness. I respect that. He got in shape. He said can't help but respect and support real people like Deontay Wilder. Yeah, man, Wilder's a good dude, bro. And I can respect anyone who goes against the grain. Canelo and Lomachenko, they content being WBC franchise champion, not fighting mandatories. Eddie Hearn is telling you what Wilder will and won't do, and is saying that Wilder wants to duck Dillian White. Come on, bro. He wants to duck. Why would Wilder be afraid of Joshua when Joshua got dropped and looked the worst he's ever looked in his last fight? Eddie Hearn's bit is running extremely dry here in America. I don't know how y'all feel in the UK, but in America, it's looking real bad. No one believes it. First of all, you shouldn't even be mentioning Dillian White without telling us what's going on with his drug test and his B sample situation. Why is this such a hidden, Legends of the Hidden Temple and, Tomb Raider, like, excavation to trying to get some information? You got to be Laura Croft to try to dig and get some information in the ancient ruins. What's good, bro? What's wrong with Dillian White? What is his lawyer saying? What is UCAD saying? And you worried about Wilder's sell? Bro, Eddie Hearn is no different. I'm just telling you straight up. He's no different than the people that come in my channel hating, talking about, oh, look at how many super chats he got. You worried about another man's numbers that haven't even happened. It ain't even fight week and you worried about his numbers. You at your fight week where this was in the Staples Center. ES News has a video in the Staples Center for KSI Logan Paul. Nobody asked you to project and predict the Wilder Ortiz numbers, but you did it anyway. You're at your own fight week of an event with two YouTubers that you put together that no one really asked for other than YouTuber. No boxing fans really asked for. And you worried about the next man's numbers. Like, you can't even oh, I'm not worried about Wilder. What about KSI Logan Paul? What'd you think? You worried about another man's number. That's just like they come in, oh, look at these super chats. Why do you guys pay? You worried about the wrong stuff. That Dazn, they got to work on their priorities if they want to succeed in the American market. And you got to understand, employees represent you too. De La Hoya, Beehive, everybody that works for Eddie Hearn, Barry Hearn. So when Barry Hearn says the slavery comment, that's under your umbrella. This is who you working with. Eddie Hearn, it's under your umbrella. But yeah, to surmise that Wilder's he would go against his public word to take a franchise belt for the avoidance of Dillian White, who got stopped, or Joshua, who's been stopped. It's just, come on, man. It's like Eddie Hearn just want to talk at this point. Oh, but let me guess, the black channels. Let me guess, Tank's not a star. Wilder's not a star. Man, old media has a lot of questions. A lot of questions that they definitely need to answer. DAZN don't promote Haney well. They was low-key hating, high-key. They was high-key hating on the telecast. So was Sky Sports, who picked up the fight. Bro, old media getting bodied. Yeah, I know y'all have to see it. I don't care if you like me, if you hate me. You have to see this. You have to. Here's another thing with Eddie Hearn. Should I kill the talking point some more? Should I? If y'all want me to, can I get a hell yeah in the comment section? If y'all want me to kill the talking point, can I get a hell yeah in the comment section? Okay. All right, look. Eddie Hearn, listen. Eddie Hearn says Wilder versus Luis Ortiz is only going to generate 100,000 to 150,000 pay-per-views. So I would imagine he's saying that as a low guess because he wants to be wrong and he wants to insult the event, right? So he publicly said on camera, Wilder Ortiz is only going to sell 100 to 150,000 pay-per-view buys, which is none of his business, but he said it to insult the event, right? My question to you, we going to see what really makes sense, new media or old media. If you believe that Wilder versus Ortiz is not going to be a success, then explain this. Why is your company that you work with, Sky Sports, showing this fight as a box office? I don't think you guys understand what a box office is. Pay-per-view and Sky Sports in the UK. So we know it's cap. If the fight is not going to generate any interest and it's a low interest fight, then why is Sky Sports picking it up for the UK? UK got to wait up till 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning to watch it anyway. So why are you guys picking it up if it's a low interest fight that ain't going to do any buys in America? Why doesn't Sky Sports say, oh, we don't want that garbage? Wilder Ortiz, nobody wants to see that. You work for them. I know it's a good point. I think about this stuff. I live, eat, sleep, and breathe these points in boxing. Why does your company want to pick up the fight? So in Eddie Hearn's propaganda and his effort to try to roast somebody, he looks fraudulent by even saying that stuff. And it looks fake, because if you really believe Wilder's not a star like he said in the past, you know, Tyson Fury said he's not a star in America. No one knows him in America. Nobody knows him in the UK. You know, this is what Eddie Hearn said. Nobody build your UK profile. Then why is a UK company like Sky Sports picking up the fight? So you could watch Wilder versus Ortiz. Wilder is from America. So if you don't even think it's going to be a success in America, why is the UK picking it up when it's coming on at an awkward time in the morning? Because you're lying and the world sees it. Bro, old media can't look really much worse than this. They really can't. This is like pure desperation, envy, jealousy, hating. And I wouldn't have to address this stuff. I wouldn't have to address this stuff if this radical stuff wasn't being said. Why does your company want this fight if Wilder is not popular? If he's only going to do 100,000 where he's from in America, why is Sky Sports taking a gamble on making it a pay-per-view in the UK? Somebody answer it. Why won't you guys answer my questions? Because you don't have an answer. Because you know what I'm saying is true. Why would they want it? You know what I'm saying? You trying to roast them, but you picking up the fight. The UK's picking up the fight. This is what the UK fans, the radical ones, they always do. Oh, Wilder, Brazil, who wants to see that garbage? Sky Sports wants to see it because they keep picking up Wilder's fights. Why are they airing it? Don't show his shit then. But you know they want a piece of the action. You know they want a piece of the bronze bomber. You know they want to see what's going to happen. You know they want that inclusion. So stop lying. Stop capping. You know? It's looking bad for y'all. I'm out. I hope everyone has a good night, good morning, wherever you are. Old media, pick yourself up and get yourself together. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. Smash the like button. We just grinding. This is easy work. This is the easy part of my job. We've already done the hard work. You know the points make the sense. Let's see what old media tries to do to explain it. Wilder's not a star. Tank's not a star. All right, I'll go to their fights and we gonna see. You know, fuck. Oh, you just like black fighter. Okay, I'll go to their fights. You don't tell old media don't go to their fights. How about that? Yeah. Whatever they want to say. Let's see who's about what they say they about. You know, motherfuckers. Oh, you just like black fighters. Okay, don't cover no black fighter. If that's what you feel about me, don't cover no Wilder fight. Don't cover the Black Channel fight. Don't cover no Tank fight. If that's what you're gonna try to throw on me. But you know they want a piece of the action. Y'all gotta stop playing with us. I'm out.